know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
What a joke. I worked my ass off to get where I am. And you take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer? You do what I do because you're funny and you can make people laugh? I committed my life to this.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I could guarantee Henry would be okay, I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. Rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage!
Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now it's left to me to deal with him. You can't.
If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death. Something that makes combat more grounded, horror more horrifying, and sacrifices all the more heroic. Picture a movie fight scene between a hero and villain. They're clashing blades, dancing back and forth, parrying, dodging, blocking, keeping up with each other's advances, surprising each other with new techniques and strategies, until finally, one of them lands a devastating blow. It's not just a graze on the arm, it's not just a smack on the chest. It's 0 HP. When using the point of no return system, we want to draw attention to this moment of the fight, to make that hit extra cinematic and weighted and affect the decisions that your players are going to make when they are given that critical choice of staying down or getting up.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our first build, the level 5 Blighted Warden.
In the shadowed underbrush of the ancient forest, where the line between decay and growth blurs, the Blighted Warden moves unseen. A spectral guardian at the crossroads of life and death, melding the Gloomstalker's mastery of darkness with the Circle of Spores' eerie command over fungal life. They are the embodiment of nature's unchecked, wild ferocity. With each arrow knocked from their twisted, spore-infested bow, they strike with the precision of night and the inevitable spread of decay. A silent protector of the natural order's darker, untamed side.
So there we go. There's our thematic intro.
I have to finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. It grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
What a joke. I worked my ass off to get where I am. And you take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer? You do what I do because you're funny and you can make people laugh? I committed my life to this.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay, I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10, rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to Hey there, everybody! Welcome back. Roll with it, man. Vote for Joe Biden. So thanks for coming back, everybody. I'm very excited to be here for today's episode of the Tales of Evrand. Let's roll the intro and dive in.
I'd like to welcome you to the world of Evrand.
The Seekers of Insomnia.
I told you to leave me alone. I could do this.
I wanted us to live and I wanted him dead.
I am so happy to see you.
Every party needs a pooper.
Raise the blade!
John, are you having fun?
I will say I don't
And
like
we're back.
season 4 as much as season. Oh,
Fox.
Welcome back
And
to
the
the Tales
boys
of
season
Evrand.
4 is bad because it's woke now. Now you don't know where I stand. Oh, where am I at? I'm on the left, I'm on the right. You don't know. You don't know. Whoa.
I just miss Soldier Boy.
I don't have shell
Bring
shock.
back-
He
Fuck
was so
you.
good in season 3.
Hashtag bring back Soldier Boy. Welcome back to the Tales of Evrand. What is this book? What?
Yeah.
Book 9, Chapter 4, or Session 90. We made it to 90, guys.
Yikes.
We have 10 more sessions of Evrand. Before we dive into the game, as we do every week, Joe reads the summary. So, Joe, take us in, home dog.
You got it, brother. Okay, here we go. Book 9, Chapter 3, Sunfire and Sacrifices. Excuse me, I just raw dogged a carrot before we went on here, so now I'm dealing with the repercussions of that. We leave.
Kayla laughing in the back.
Please, I'm trying to summarize here. We leave. Kayla, I need you. Thank you. We leave Mirror Lake and head back to the keep. Rian prays to Paylor, seeking assistance in acquiring Paylor's plate armor. He humbly states that he cannot offer himself as Paylor's champion, but promises to find and train Paylor's next champion, ensuring that they become a worthy fighter. Paylor accepts Rian's offer and grants him the armor. Gak attempts a similar plea to Ioun, but unfortunately does not receive the same kindness. Enid checks in on Yrsa and Rian, concerned about their well-being after witnessing her death and having to leave her behind. Rian and Yrsa understand her concerns and reassure her they don't feel guilt, but are both determined to avoid such situations in the future. Enid emphasizes to Rian that he didn't abandon her, that he doesn't feel like he abandoned her when she was a child, and that he didn't leave her behind on the moon. She expresses feelings of being alone since Moon is gone. Rian comforts her, assures her that she isn't alone, and Yrsa adds that healing requires grief and pain. Gideon has a conversation with Enid about his complicated feelings for the Queen. They discuss the challenges and emotions tied to that situation. Next, we head to Aelden, purchase some potions, and venture into the forest in search of Melora's vestige. In the forest, we discover a dormant waygate with a riddle inscribed. Solving the riddle and speaking the answer aloud, that was a very important caveat, activates the waygate. We step inside, and we find a place shrouded in shadow, darkness, and nature. As we explore, plant life and undead warns us to leave, yet plants and flowers bloom in the direction we travel. We encounter a throne, and near that throne, something destroys Chip when he gets too close. A voice speaks to Yrsa alone, expressing a desire to meet her and speak with her. The voice identifies itself as Thalorian and claims that Yrsa was Melora, the Wild Mother. We decide to present Yrsa as Melora to gain his favor and secure the cloak. Yrsa, however, insists on bringing her companions along, and Thalorian permits it. Thalorian is angry that Yrsa didn't make him, well, Melora, in his eyes, didn't make him a champion. Thalorian begins to see through the deception of the party's claims and begins to recoil and prepare to attack. Before he can act, Rian boldly claims to be the god Paylor and asserts that the entire party are physical manifestations of the gods, chastising Thalorian for his actions and demands. Apologetically, Thalorian allows Yrsa to kill him for his own redemption so Yrsa can claim the cloak. As Thalorian dies, beauty and nature are returned to the land, and Yrsa gains the cloak of the Wildheart.
Beautiful. Gorgeous, amazing summary. Thank you, Joe. So, as we dive back into the game, all of you stand within the forest outside the waygate that led into the demi-plane of the Archdruid Thalorian. Oh, hold on. Being given back a baby camera. Okay, hold on. As all of you stand in front of the waygate, you still have many, many tasks in front of you. However, the party does hold among your ranks 3 of the vestiges of divergence. 4 4 of the vestiges of divergence. The bracers of Corellian, the armor of Palor, the cloak of Melora, and the diadem of the Raven Queen. There are 2 more that the party seeks. One, the party potentially seeks, but it's a side quest. The vestige of Ioun, hopefully said to be in the Rainbow Isle of the Archipelago, and the ring of Sehanin, said to be worn by a merchant lord in Port Redcay, and also the Archipelago. As all of you look to one another in front of this waygate, I throw it back to the Seekers of Insania. What do you all want to talk about, do? It is midday at this point, probably around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. You have some time to get some things done. You also have to figure out how you're getting to the Archipelago. So, Seekers of Insania, what do you want to do?
I would like to humbly present the easy option, although I can recognize that it is less silly fun times. Take this as with what you will. I propose that we use the port glass to teleport to the ship, and then we take the ship to the archipelago. That is my proposition, because it is efficient. The Demogorgon is acting fast, so we need to act faster. And then we don't have to spend money on a ship. So that's my opinion. However, I know that I am in a minority in this instance.
But wait, I thought that was the plan.
The plan is pirates.
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
I
I think he meant the
Free folk.
Nautiloid ship.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I said
was
go
like,
to the
of
moon.
course we're gonna. Oh, I
Yeah,
missed.
I didn't hear
I
it go
missed
to the
that
moon.
part.
I just heard
I
go
said-
to the ship.
I
was
said,
like, what
sorry,
ship?
I was like,
port
yeah,
glass.
we need a ship.
Port glass to the Nautiloid on the moon.
Oh.
And then
Yeah, but like
take the
I
Nautiloid.
feel like counterpoint.
Yeah.
We also don't want people to like know what we're after or draw that much attention to ourselves in this
The Nautiloid was
area.
broke too.
I thought so too.
We
I don't
don't
think so.
know if it's broken.
I think we just
haven't
assumed
checked on it since we left.
we just assumed that the Demogorgon would have destroyed it. I think is what that was my assumption.
I think he should have destroyed it. We don't have that
And
option.
also,
But-
the Demogorgon is moving fast, but I know a close personal friend of mine tells the Demogorgon what to do.
Uh-huh.
And I think that he may want the Demogorgon to wait a little bit in favor
I think
of
I know
pirate
that
stuff.
friend too.
He's
I know
talking
that
about
friend
Dio.
too.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dio.
I'm not friends with anybody like that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like if we use the Nautiloid, it's gonna be really big and obvious, and we're going into a place where it's like they don't really obey the law because they're free folk, and then we're causing a lot of attention to ourselves.
If we do
And-
an alien invasion in the archipelago, it might be a hard problem.
So I feel like if we, acclimate to everybody else, 1, we get fun pirate time. 2, we stay undercover. And 3, the Demogorgon's moving fast, but like Chatterson McChadster is gonna let us know when and where he's going to attack, hopefully.
Well, and maybe the Demogorgon gets a really bad case of like IBS and just needs to hang out 10 feet from the bathroom for like a week.
That's a good point.
That's such a
Does
good point.
I mean, I feel like as powerful as he is, when you
Relatable.
gotta go, you gotta go.
Agreed.
Very
It halts your whole life.
Poop doesn't stop for anybody.
That's true. That's true, regardless of how hard you clench.
What are we talking about?
And if the Demogorgon was smart, he would just get a bag of holding and just like strap it down there. But he's not.
So,
So
counterpoint
I
to your
think what we
point,
should do
Kayla,
is-
whoever I'm talking to,
It's Kayla, not yourself.
okay. I do also think that we have 4 vestiges already, so we're showing up with like Raven Queen diadem, Palor plate armor, Melora's crest, and I mean, granted, wrist cuffs are a little more incognito, but we are a very unique group of people. So I do see what you mean, but I feel like we're going to stick out a little bit anyway. So I don't...
Yeah, but that's not fun.
I thought we were going to get to Siri somewhere. A place that we have been, or Yursa knows a tree. We buy boat.
Mm-hmm.
We sail boat. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's...
sorry, not you, Siri. No. Wrong Siri.
I mean, John, assuming we got a boat at Zundir, bottom right of Siri.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce it?
Zundir.
Zundir, cool. How long do we think it would take to reach Port Red Clay sailing?
Oh, here you go. Four days.
Roughly 4 days.
As the crow flies, according to this.
Why would you take that route?
So just
straight
so
through the
that
island?
so Zundir is a fishing village. There are no
Okay, so Al Shaham
vessels that are
We
going
need-
to
It takes
make it
3
that
days
far.
to sail out of the port.
And also, we were...
No, it doesn't.
We definitely saw the Shadowsworn thicket. Did we see the Emerald Forest, or we didn't go on that half of...
You guys see it on the left half of Siri.
But we can easily...
The places you've been that you could port glass to, and also transport via plants. Al Shaham, Janu, Nubai, Udhas.
Okay, I'm just kidding. It is. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's 50 days.
It's not 50 days. It would be roughly about 8 to 9 days to get to Port Red Cay from Al Shaham.
Okay.
What is this city right here?
Ashran.
That's where we should leave from.
Yeah.
It has the anchor. It's a port.
Did they have
It
ships
is a
there
port.
though?
There's a ship
Yes.
next to it on the map.
I know
Jason.
there's a ship
Yeah, any-
next to Zundir though.
Right. So the
Those
ones
are
with the
small
anchors are ports.
Okay.
It's like an airport on a map. How you see the little airplane sign.
Yeah, the little boat right here is just telling you they do some fishing. They have fishing vessels and small boats, but none that could make the journey across the ocean.
So we teleport to Nabai and then we travel by foot to Ashran.
Either that or the shadows, like closer in the Shadowsworn thicket, but it's basically Nubai.
Oh yeah.
Because we dropped fake Dio off over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this junction.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we can... Well, Nubai doesn't have anything in it. I was like, what if we get, like, horses and stuff? What if we travel as clouds once we get there? Faster?
What?
You know.
What we could do.
I heard
Clouds.
clowns. I was like, excuse me.
It is faster because we can all fit into a smaller vehicle.
No, makes sense.
But yeah, if you have wind walk, didn't we like travel like super fast as clouds?
I think.
Well, you were in the plane of air.
Yeah.
However,
There's wind here too.
Oh, because flying was like doubled in that
yeah,
plane, or
the
tripled or
speed.
something.
It was tripled. I mean, windwalk is pretty good, but it's how many hours?
Hold on, I have to look it up. I don't have it prepared currently.
Hey, John.
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
You said that Evrand's flat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, I have to make it that way so you guys can't go the other way around.
Yeah,
you know?
we could just go the other way around.
It's not flat because I just want to point out it's not flat because I believe in that. It's flat to make the game more fun.
But maybe you do. You don't know
Gideon-
where we stand.
Gideon and Gak had an in-canon conversation about how Evrand was flat.
We did.
Okay.
And John did not
Record
seem happy
this.
about it.
We do need to get to Rainbow Isle because we need to get the Ioun Stone. I understand what Joe is saying, but that's the boring, not fun way. So with peace and love. I think, and you guys can tell me if this is bad and wrong, but I definitely feel like, John, can you give us how many days, if we were to leave from Ashran, how many days would it take to sail there?
So where are you going? To the Rainbow Isle, or are you going to Port Redcay?
The Rainbow Isle would be closer to there.
Yeah, let's go there first.
That would be roughly about 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
That's a cruise.
And to get to Ashran, the closest place that we would know would be
Shadowsworn Thicket.
Shadow Thicket.
So
how
we
many
could-
days
Yeah,
does
and
it take
that's
to get from
about
there?
that is about like a 2.5 days journey on horseback.
Gotcha.
So we could
I mean-
Shadowsworn Thicket, and then we could wind walk to Ashran.
Or, I mean, does everybody else just want to fly directly there? We can also do that. It's really, I just wanted to throw that out there. Because if we are, like, actually legitimately super concerned about wasting time, like, doing it this way is a long journey. So I don't want to make the decision just because it's not as fun. I'm sure there will be fun things that will happen when we get there.
I guess another potential question is does someone in the party have wings now? Or did
Yeah.
I make that up?
No, Gak does, and yeah.
Still
Not Gak, Gideon, sorry.
Yeah, Gideon has wings. Gideon also has a dragon.
I think Basil can fly too with her wings.
That is
So yeah, that's what it was. Basil actually got raven wings. So yeah, we have abilities where we could, I think, for just the 6 of us, and 7 if we bring Dio. But I think that we could all get there via flying stuff, potentially.
I mean, I will say my flying thing, Hikari is limited to 1 minute, and then my boots of flying I'm not attuned to right now. So I mean, we could just do horseback. Like, it's not.
Yeah, it's fun.
Especially if
Sometimes-
Yrsa can't. Like, if we're not going to take another rest, then, and we don't want to do wind walk to Ashran, then.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if it's how many days? Sorry, you already
2.
said this. 2 days.
2.5 by horseback to get from Shadowsworn Thicket to
Well, we'll have
Ashran.
to have a long rest again. So if Kayla wanted to, she could prepare wind walk the next day, and that's still faster.
Yeah, if we wanted to.
It doesn't.
I'm fine with whatever.
It doesn't matter to me. I was kind of looking forward to pirate stuff, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know.
Well, I think that we're still doing pirate stuff because I don't think there's a way to necessarily, like, without going to the moon to get the Nautiloid. There's not, and it's probably destroyed anyway. So, what I'm saying is we port glass to Shadowsworn Thicket, and then we just go to Parsi. We go to Parsnip over here. We rest there for the night, and then in the morning we wind walk to Ashran, and then we take
that
a
was the
boat,
plan.
and then we go to the Rainbow Isle. Yeah, that's what I was saying this whole time.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I love it. Let's do it.
Is everybody okay with that plan?
Yeah.
Someone repeat the entire plan to me again.
All right.
We're going to the Shadowsworn Thicket. We're getting to
Ashran.
Ashran by something. Horse,
We're
if
getting
we
to
pick him up.
Parsnip, and then we're wind walking the next day to Ashran.
Okay.
Like
And
in
then we're
Pokemon.
taking a boat, and we're going straight to Rainbow Isle before Port Red Clay.
Okay.
And John. Oh. Never mind. I found it.
All right. Okay.
Classic Season 1 adventure we're about to go on.
Yeah. Important question. Are you guys picking up Dio?
Where was he at last week?
He was in Eldon. And he was at the
pretty out of the way.
I mean,
He's at Stormhold Keep. He's back at your house at the moment.
Is he not? Did he already work off his debt in Eildon?
Probably
No.
queued some more if I had to guess.
No, he hasn't worked it off yet.
But he was at the wedding. He was there.
True.
And I'm trying to think of where we are now. I don't know why I can't figure out where we are.
Aren't we in the evergreen place right here, right now?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just kind of chilling.
So I guess we could then port glass to Stormhold Keep, rest there for the night, and then port glass the next day to Shadowsworn Thicket. And then we don't need to stop at Parsi. We can just take the Windwalk all the way to Ashran.
So sorry, just a quick question. Are we just getting Dio for the fun of it, or do we actually think he's going to be able to help us?
When Gak pirated with him, he does know how to do boat stuff.
I will
okay.
also...
He's our sailor.
Yeah.
I will also say there are two modes of transport that you're going to have to go through. You either buy a ship outright and sail it yourself, or you charter passage into the archipelago.
I mean, or
we steal
a ship.
Dio, that's what
Dio's
there
very good
for.
at that.
That's what he's there for.
That is what
help
we
with
got
that
him
too.
specifically to steal a ship.
Then people won't be worried about what we're wearing. They'll be more worried about the fact that we stole a ship.
Yeah, and they'll think we stole all this stuff that we're wearing anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, I forget who it was, but someone wanted a heist.
Me.
Are we actually cool with that? I would love to steal a boat.
I think.
Let's do it.
I mean,
No,
listen,
but don't tell Ursa how you get the boat.
Dio might just steal it. You know what I mean?
And it would help. I promise.
It would be like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack steals the ship.
I guess. I mean, we'll probably only steal the ship if the people at the dock are like really big assholes or something like that. And
Yeah, pompous.
I doubt they'll be pompous assholes at the dock.
Nah, couldn't be.
For everyone tuning in, this is our telling the DM how to play session.
I just feel bad because I guess I thought there was a faster way to get there.
I think the only fastest way is the Nautiloid.
Yeah.
But we don't even know
we could
if
be there
it's...
instantly.
But it's, I mean...
Is there a way we can just, like... Does it have, like, a tracking device?
Well, does somebody have Scry?
Yes, you could scry it.
I
Don't have Scry.
do. I
You want
have
to check it
Scry.
out real quick, babe? So we can...
Yeah,
Yeah,
because if
I
we
got it.
teleported there and it wasn't there, we would be screwed.
Well,
because we
would
couldn't
just
teleport. Back.
Well,
I guess we have planes
back the next day.
Well, that's the thing. We'd have to wait there for a day.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have scrying, so I can cast it.
I have a new idea. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So, Port Red K has free people.
Free folk.
Free folk, whatever you call it. So what if we scried on Port Red K, go there first, get vestige, commandeer, boat. We got vestige boat. Wait, if you scry, can't she do the port glass then?
That is an
She can see
interesting
it.
question.
How are you going to
had to scry
scry
something
on Port
familiar.
Red K?
Basil.
You say the name, right?
We have
Yeah.
to know someone there, and if we say the name, then it's like a lot harder to do, right?
Well, with a
It's like
location,
it may or may not work.
I'm pretty sure you can scry on a location.
I think you can, but I think there's like a percentage or something.
I mean, we probably wouldn't use that ruling.
It says particular creature you choose.
Oh, it does. Okay.
For scrying.
I thought it was a location.
It's a if you know where they are, then there's a different modifier, so you can know like the location of where the creature is, kind of thing. But also,
like,
if you have
find it,
secondhand knowledge, if you've heard of the target, you can scry. So maybe Dio knows someone that's there, and then we scry on them because we've heard about them.
Well, didn't Sahanin tell us the people, the guy? that has the vestige? Am I losing my mind?
No, you guys know the, I mean, not the full name of the person, Captain Drake, but that was from reading books and asking people.
Hey, I mean, that's you've heard of the target.
Yeah.
If I've ever heard about it. Likeness or picture, possession or garment. Yeah.
We read a whole book about him.
So we definitely have heard of him. +5 to the save modifier. It makes it a little bit harder.
You guys just tell me what you want to do, and
That was just my other idea.
Move things around accordingly.
Because then, you know, it's faster and boats and stealing with less guilt.
Because we're stealing from pirates.
Yeah. It's a lot more chaotic this way. But who votes original idea and who votes this idea? Or should we try this idea and if it fucking fails, we go with original idea?
I don't know.
So the new idea is to try and scry on somebody in Port Red K, and then
Captain Drake,
and then teleport to them
with the port glass.
With the port glass.
Because if we scry, then we then see the location.
But we then theoretically we could like end up teleporting into their bedchamber or something.
Correct.
Well, it's only whenever we scry.
Well, hold on.
Whatever we see when we scry, then we know that location, and then
let
we
me let me just stop this right here because one, the mechanic is absolutely fucking insane. Two, when you scry, almost everything around a person is blurry except for that person. So you don't really see environment around them. You see them. So you wouldn't really ascertain a place from scrying on a person to use in the port glass.
Okay. So then,
I'm going to shut that down right now. That's a ridiculous mechanic.
So then I think
I think we just need.
I think ridiculous is a strong word. Okay.
I say we take a boat.
Yes.
Let's do the first plan.
Pirates. It is Ashran. Pirates. We are the pirates.
Okay, but we're going back to the keep to rest and pack stuff
and get
because
Dio.
we actually have to pack stuff and get Dio.
Yeah.
You guys didn't pack when we left the first time?
Not to go on a boat trip.
Oh, I got everything I need.
I mean,
I
Gak
assumed
does have
we
pretty
weren't
much
coming
everything
back.
in the
Potentially ever.
Okay.
I could use more potions.
Okay. So you all port glass, right?
The Stormvale Keep.
Stormhold Keep.
Yeah.
Stormvale is Elden Ring. As you get back, you are greeted by Romulus and the other guards and those who work within the keep. You can find Dio. He is out in the courtyard, and it seems like he has a little drink next to him. And he's kind of just laying up on one of the benches. His hat is on his face. He's very much in a chill, relaxing state.
Hey Dio, how you doing?
Hey, Gak.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just have a migraine. It's all.
Oh, shoot. Anyway, the gang and I have a question for you.
Yes. And he kind of sits up and puts his hat down so that the sun isn't blaring into his eyes. Go ahead.
You want a little pick-me-up?
Very much so, please.
Gak's gonna like lean in. He's like,
We got some pirate stuff we gotta do.
You see his eyes get big. He gets very close to you, right next to you, and goes, like pirate stuff.
Yeah, like pirate stuff. Except the thing that we're trying to get We're technically not stealing. We're being given it, but it's one of the most powerful things ever.
So we're
Two things, actually.
we're taking without asking.
We're allowed.
That is all I need to hear. I'm in. And he puts his hat on and kind of stands up and whoa. He puts his hand on your shoulder. I'm fine.
That's okay. You rest up because we're gonna go on.
Wait, we're not
crazy
going.
Adventure.
We're not going right now.
No.
Oh. Well, why didn't you tell me?
We're going tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
All right, I'm going back to sleep.
Okay, that's what I told you to do.
And he lays down, puts his hat over his head, and like as soon as you start walking away, you just hear.
Nice. As Gak turns around to the rest of the group, he goes,
Does anyone want to have a little spa day in my pond?
Sure, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's do
down.
it. We need to relax a little bit. Let's do it.
So the party heads into Gak's room. Gak, I believe you cast that spell that you learned to make hot water. Boil water.
It'll take a second.
You stick your hand in and just kind of just looking back at the party, just like just one more second.
Make yourself at home.
As you do that, you turn your pond into a spa, into a relaxing spa. I will say, as a slight thing, Rian, as you take off the armor, you do notice that there's a little bit of, it hurts a little bit as you take it off, and you look. Anyone who's close to Rian, probably Yursa or Gideon or anyone, you can see these red marks, like the armor's been rubbing against his neck and his arms, as though it does not fit entirely to your body. But you put the armor down, get into the pond, and all of you have a relaxing evening. Yes?
I mean, it's a magical artifact. Is that something that can be altered at all?
No. You do know that all of these magical artifacts, especially clothing, they will usually form to people's bodies once they're attuned to it. And Rian is attuned to it. And Rian, you don't feel like you're losing any abilities or anything like that, but it does. It doesn't feel like it's fit to your form entirely. But you guys get into the pond, into the heated pond, have a relaxing evening. And is there anything else you guys want to do before you wake up the next morning? Fully rested?
Gak's just gonna ritual cast Find Familiar to get Chip back.
Okay.
Basil's going to go over to Gak, either in the morning or actually probably before they go to sleep. Hey, Gak, I was thinking maybe you could be like the one who kind of leads all of this. You know,
What do you mean?
Wait, you've done this before. You and Dio. I mean, you're a pirate, so you know more than us.
What I remember about pirating is being attacked by a couple different things, and Dio going, turn that. No, not that. Okay. Turn it the other way. That's pretty much all I remember about the pirate stuff. But I could definitely, yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's still something way cooler than I know. I don't even know what to turn, so maybe, you could put on the captain pants and help us all with this.
Yeah, I could do that.
'Cause
I don't know. I don't really know much about pirate stuff, to be honest, but I can figure it out.
Oh, I mean, you still know more than all of us, and with Dio, I'm sure he's a great pirate. I'm sure he's good at what he does. I trust you more, so if you want to keep an eye out for him too.
Yeah, I will. Just, I want you to know, I appreciate you being confident in my pirate. I'm able to be a pirate, and
Yeah.
but just because I was a pirate doesn't mean I know how to pirate.
Okay.
Like, I was a pirate, and in the same way that Enid was dead. Like, technically, yeah. But I don't know if much of it stuck.
I mean, I feel like I don't know how to follow up with that. I don't know if I actually have something to say for once.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah. I am glad she is alive and you have pirate abilities. I'm going to go to bed.
Okay, well, you sleep well.
Thank
Hug your
you.
wife.
I will go hug my wife, because she is fortunately not dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. Good night.
Love you too, Basil.
Yes, Ryan?
Hi. We don't need to roleplay it, but Gideon would ask Basil if she could scry on the Nautiloid, because he'd like to know for story reasons.
You can only do creatures.
The Nautiloid has tentacles on it, Nick.
It's a creature. I was gonna say the same thing, Ryan.
That was a very smart-ass response, Nick. I know you're right. I don't know. I'm asking.
Do you attempt to?
I mean, yeah, why not?
I'll say the Nautiloid is made of organic material. So it slightly works. The Nautiloid is in... It's not fully destroyed.
Okay.
You can see that there are a couple tentacles that have been ripped off. And
Oh, that's not nice.
one of the fins in the back, it seems like basically one whole side of the Nautiloid has been kind of like cut. So, is it flyable? Maybe? Is it fully destroyed? No.
Basil relays that.
Okay. You can definitely tell that Gideon's disappointed to hear that news. Alright, well, thanks for checking on that.
Yeah, of course.
One last favor. Can you go tell Enid she should check her room before we leave tomorrow?
As her wife now, that does sound really suspicious.
I mean, you can go with her if you want.
Okay, I wasn't
it's not a
sure.
secret.
Oh, you made it sound very secretive, but yes, I will tell her.
It's just my tone of voice.
I should have guessed. Man, I feel like
Thank you.
everybody's very interesting tonight. Love you. Good night.
In what way?
Gak's way and your way now. Let me go see
Okay.
if Enid is interesting as well.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. I don't know if... Oh, Felicity.
I heard. I came back.
Basil, when she comes to meet with Enid, she's going to first give her a hug.
Oh.
And then you see her reach into her pocket and pull something out, and it's the beautiful necklace that was gifted to her. But she's gonna hold it and look at it in her hands, and then she's gonna reach over and grab one of Enid's hands and then carefully places it in hers. I can't see you. Like that again. And I know this seems like it's coming out of nowhere, but I don't know. I was talking to Gak and he was being really weird, and he reminded me of you being dead the same way he is a pirate, and I don't want to see anything happen to you again, so I need you to wear this. And she gives Enid the parapet of wound closure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on me dying is also Gak pirate. Regardless, I don't know how. Anyway, I understand. Though I do wish you would wear it. I understand that with the circumstances. If it would bring you comfort, then I'll wear it.
It really...
all anxious
I think... I'm always anxious.
Yeah.
I understand why you would want me to have it too, but I think knowing that you have this on and you still have some line of defense against death will make things easier for me. If I'm not able to make it to you, this will at least be... And she looks down and she traces the hands. I don't know if I can I share it? Oh, yes. No, it's not showing the picture. Okay, so...
Isn't it two hands holding a
there
heart?
It is. Yeah, okay, I got it. And
Yeah.
she traces the hands. Think of it as my extra set of hands when my own can't be here.
No, I understand. I'll wear it. I'll wear it for you because I want you to be able to not be worried as much about my safety and be able to take care of everybody. I know you carry a lot of our party's burden on your shoulders, so I'll wear it.
Good. And she'll help her put it around her neck.
Yeah, you get a kiss. Mwah.
Ma.
Well, was there any
Yeah.
other weird conversations about pirates or otherwise?
Otherwise, yes, weird conversation. Gideon told me to tell you to check your room before we leave.
Why? What's in there?
That's what I was wondering. I thought it sounded weird. I was still reeling from my conversation with Gak, so... but he told me that I can go with you, so...
Well, let's go see what's in there.
La 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 la.
It's giving
Giving.
TikTok sound where it's like so should we take this up to the bedroom? And then they go, why?
I don't know. What's up there?
They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, why?
Why?
What's up there?
Up there?
Thank you, Rachel, for knowing what I'm talking about.
You're welcome.
So, as you head to
Same
Enid's
for you,
room,
Paige.
and you slowly open the door,
It's a prank. Damn it.
you notice that all of your furniture is on the ceiling.
I'm gonna die.
Enid, you don't know how long it's actually been like this. You haven't been in your room for quite some
No.
time.
She doesn't have a lot of stuff either. So it's just like a bed, some of like her satchel and stuff, a few leftover things, a nightstand.
All on the ceiling.
It's all up there.
That's good. That's a good one, Gideon.
I swear to God. If we
I'm gonna get him
go
back, Basil.
to
I'm
my
gonna
room-
do it.
If we go back to my room and shit is out of place,
I think you're off limits. You made it pretty clear you don't want to participate.
I hope so. God,
I hope so,
Enid,
too.
I hope so, my love.
I'm gonna get him back.
Yeah.
Go back to the drawing board.
Have
Gotta
fun.
meet up with the team.
Listen, don't say this to the others, but because I have to keep up my image of these pranks. But I hope you get it back good.
I have this great plan I was telling Rianne and Yrsa about. It involves a bucket of water falling on him.
That's a good one.
Thank you. They vetoed it and came up
She's
with
really
the other
good.
idea. She's really. So Enid's just gonna continue to
Yeah.
tell Basil about that as they head back to their room.
Nice.
Her master plan.
Basil's like, wow, tell me more.
She's like, okay, it's like a mousetrap idea, but instead,
It's an axe.
no. That's what Basil said. Basil's like, you use the axe, and Enid's like, no, water. We're using water.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Gideon.
Okay. So, the night carries on, and the next morning, all of you wake up. I'm not sure if we need to hit the long rest button. Actually, I think some of you did use spells from the last session, so hit the long rest button. You wake up hearing the chirping of birds, hearing the ocean outside your windows down below the cliffside. Gak, you get a knock on your door.
Yeah, come in.
It's me, Dio.
Okay, come in.
Oh, okay. And he opens the door. And you see, for the first time, actually ever, you see Dio fully dressed in what looks like a vest that he normally wears, a belt, and then over top of that is a long black patchwork trench coat. You see that he has a newer hat that looks like his hat, but now there is a feather that has been almost sewn into the hat. So the same hat with a feather. You see that he has rebraided his hair. There are more colors other than just the blues and greens. There are purples and reds as well. As he kind of puts his hands up and goes, "How do I look?"
Dio, you look so fantastic.
Captain.
Captain Dio?
No, it's up to all of you if I'm donned captain, but I figured you need someone to help you navigate the ocean.
Yeah. Listen, you're my captain.
That means a lot, Gak. And you see a slight tear catch into his fur.
Gak casts Mage Hand to wipe the tear away.
Why did that give me Nacho Libre vibes?
Basil said that she was wanting me to spearhead this thing because I've been a pirate before and because we're going to get a thing for me. But, I mean, you're the one that knows how to do it all. So, we can do it. We can do it together. You're a captain, though.
Well, I do have something for you.
What is it?
And you see he puts his hands into the trench coat and kind of rustles a little bit, and you see this. You noticed it before, but there was a slight like bulge in the trench coat behind him as he pulls out a tricorn hat. This is for you.
Oh, Dio. Thank you so much.
Well, if we're going to be sailing the ocean and the seas, and we're going to be, well, pirating, you need to look the part.
How do I look?
Amazing.
Gak has it turned the wrong way, so it's the flat all the way at the front.
Dio does not correct it. He looks at you and goes, intimidating and astonishing.
Yeah. We're gonna do pirate stuff again.
Do you remember the rules?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think we should abide by those rules.
No?
Well, if someone tries to kill us, we should definitely try to stop them from killing us. But actually, where are we going again?
Oh, yeah. You fell asleep before I could tell you. So we're gonna, teleport to Siri, and then we're gonna turn into clouds and fly to Ashram, and then we're gonna take a boat to the Rainbow Isle and the Ashparan Archipelago.
You see his eyes widen as you say Ashparan Archipelago. Really?
Yeah, that's where we're going, and there's like a couple things we're gonna get there, so we might be there for a while.
All right.
You seem less excited than you were earlier.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've never been to the archipelago. I've always wanted to go. It's has its reputation, and best that we not use the words pirate when we are there.
Okay.
The free folk do not like that word. It is used.
Why not?
Well, I could tell you on our travels, it's a long story, but the short version is that the free folk originally came from the Citran Empire. The government was, well, against them, and they fled. And, well, now that they've been handling themselves, these trading companies are pushing towards the archipelago and starting to label them pirate and getting mercenaries to kill them and hunt them down. And basically, the free folk take away their freedom. So, using the word pirate around them it is not they do not think kindly to it.
Okay.
But here, until we get there, we are pirates because...
Yeah. And listen, we're used to not telling people we're pirates.
Exactly.
So we'll just keep doing that. But we
just relay this information to your friends. I can as well, but I think a couple of them do not like me. So I will keep my mouth shut for a little while.
Listen, if you're talking about Gideon, I think...
I wasn't going to say it.
I know. He wears his face on his sleeve sometimes. Here's the thing, right? there was a real big devil that was disguised as you. You remember that?
I remember hearing something about it.
Yeah, when he was disguised as you, he like threw a knife at Gideon, and I know Gideon's smart, and he knows it wasn't you.
Wait, is Gideon? He's still mad at me when all of you walked out of the alien ship, and I.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Like, he knows, but when he sees you, he sees someone who attacked him.
Red. He sees red.
Yeah. So, like...
Should I talk to him?
I think if you talk to him, I don't think it would go bad.
Okay.
I don't know if it would go good, but I don't think it would get worse. So...
I think I'll give it a couple days. I think we start our travels and, I'll just be silent.
Yeah, just listen. He'll be fine. He's a good guy. He just, he's very. He
abrasive.
No.
Moody.
No, that's not it. He
monotone.
No, I mean yes, but that's not what I'm trying to say. He's wary of people.
I do not know the word.
He sees people and he's like, I don't trust them yet. It takes him a while. So
untrustworthy.
That might work.
All right. Well, I did want to say I am very appreciative of this opportunity. I know that in the past I have not really proven myself, but I'm hoping that I can prove myself with this.
Well, I'm always gonna fight for you. You're my buddy. You're one of my oldest buddies.
You're mine too, Gak.
You are my oldest buddy. That's not my family. And not Chip. Yeah.
Well, all of this is because of you. So, I'm going to start getting ready as I believe we are heading out soon, right?
Yeah, I think we'll make sure everyone's good. We'll probably I'm sure some people are having some breakfast right now, and then we will teleport to the other side of the planet.
Also, just quick question. What in the gods' names is your friend Rien wearing?
Oh, yeah. You know the god, Palor?
I'm aware.
Yeah, that's like his armor.
Oh. He should paint it.
I don't know if Palor would like that. Palor and Rien aren't on great terms right now.
Well, then he should paint it.
To make it on worse terms?
I will never say that I know how the gods work. They don't talk to me.
Yeah. Well, I think that we want to use that. So maybe we just don't mess with it.
All right. We should keep him away from the edges of the ship.
Yeah.
Seems he would sink to the...
Well, he can fly.
That is good. That is very good to have on the open ocean. I need to get ready. I will see you later. Thank you. And he kind of nudges you on the shoulder, and he goes to walk off. You do hear, as he's walking down, Rien, as everyone is eating breakfast, he's walking by, and he goes, "Nice armor, Rien!" And he just keeps walking.
Thank you.
The rest of you are at the table.
What do you mean by that?
Eating.
Rien's now self-conscious.
Smacks you on the back, Rand.
Gak,
God, he might actually be dead.
I really enjoy your hat.
Thank you. It's a gift from Dio.
Well, you look like a true pirate captain now.
Thank you. I am.
Because you're bald and you did that, Gak, it does move.
It does move.
And Gak,
It's like a
sad, he
fidget
goes-
spinner.
It like lands there, and Gak goes, "Do I need to move it?" Now move it.
Gak moves it again so the flat part's facing the front.
Okay. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to do, all of you pack up your things. We'll say that we will not be tracking food and all of that stuff as we did in the Whitecrest Mountains. This will be a little bit more lenient. All of you get the food that you need and the rations that you will need for at least a month's supply. Into the bag of holding it goes. You get ready to teleport, and Rian, I will reiterate again, as you did put on the armor, you did feel, like after waking up, you can feel these, like almost like rug burn on your neck, where the armor kind of rests in like on your waistline and your arms. As you go to put it on, as it rests there again, it doesn't fit entirely, and it does leave those little tiny rug burn skin marks.
Mm-hmm.
But all of you gather your things, and you teleport using the port. No, are you transport via planes or port class? Have you been to the Shadowsworn?
We were on the edge of it.
No, I meant for the port class. I don't know if port class would actually work at this time anymore.
Well, I can get us there via a tree I saw.
Because it would have been when we dropped Dio off there, which I think wasn't more than a month ago.
Fake Dio.
Fake Dio. Yeah.
It was definitely a month since we played that session.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that. I don't know if it's been a month or not.
I don't think so, because we didn't have any long downtime in between that.
Well,
we're not super worried about spell use.
Yeah,
right
so
now,
it's not a
are we?
big deal
So,
one way or the other. I just trying to save the spell
We
slot just in
can-
case we needed it.
we can say port glass because what was it? You guys did that. You did book stuff. After book stuff, you did Aelden stuff with the Shadow Realm,
Braxicor.
and then came back and did the desert, then the Plane of Air. I mean, it's been a while. We'll say you're on the very, this is the last day for Port Glass to work.
Hell yeah. Use it.
Hell yeah.
Boop. Smash that. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh.
Smash that like button. Don't forget to ring that bell.
Okay. So, as you do that using the Port Glass,
Nice.
you end up back in the Shadowsworn thicket, surrounded by green grass as you see it swaying in the wind. You look out to the forest around you. We'll say that you guys are kind of on the path off to the side because you didn't have to teleport in the Shadowsworn thicket. It's anywhere around there. You could see in the distance Nubai, which you can see the mining is, all of the buildings surrounding the mining has completely been destroyed and removed. And you can see that there are these large wagons in the distance that seem to be filled with dirt, as they seem to be trying to level out the land. As you... Were you going to say something, Felicity?
Well, who is they? The government? Who's there?
You see a lot of people that, it doesn't look like the government per se. It just looks like those who used to live in the area or were working there are kind of cleaning up the area. You don't see any banners of the government of Citra or anything like that. almost like a community effort.
Oh, that's nice.
You then start to walk eastward, towards the town of Parsi, over a long, large stone bridge that goes over the river that connects to Lake Iris. Walking through, again, the open fields surrounded by trees on either side. Very, very tall grass on either side of you, and you can see flowers. And I mean, if you've ever seen the game Ghost of Tsushima and seen the pampas grass, that is what lines. It's this very beautiful white-topped grass that kind of flows in the wind as you're walking down this pathway. You get to the small town of Parsi, and you can see the architecture slightly changing into a more almost very pointed and arched roofs with tiling. It is very like hatchwork and woods and some stone structures. It is, for lack of better description, is definitely leaning towards more Japanese architecture as you were traveling this way, whereas Udhas kind of leaned more towards like Greco-Roman. You're kind of going this way through Parsi. You go through this small, very small town. There's probably a population of 250 or 300. As you continue on, your first day, are you resting within the town of Parsi, or are you going to continue and kind of rest on the road? What is the game plan?
I mean, we're good to rest on the road, right? Like, who's going to jump us and not immediately regret it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the less time we take traveling, the better.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Plus, you're still like sleeping outside anyway.
Is there anything anybody wants to do on the night?
Yeah, as we're back out in nature, Rian does want to find Yrsa.
Okay.
Yeah, Yrsa is gathering a couple different plants, just like since we've set up camp off the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see she's kind of taking like a mortar and pestle and mushing up some plants.
He'll walk over and say, is there anything I can help you with? Need me to get some more of whatever you're crushing?
Actually, if you could take your armor off, that would be very helpful.
All right. And he'll kind of, okay, and start to undo the straps.
Yeah, she'll take the
He'll
little
doff
mushed
it.
up plants, and she'll like apply it to the spots that were kind of like rubbing against him. Oh, don't whine. This will hopefully help. I can't promise it'll last for very long, but better than nothing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when we don't accept gifts.
Well, I didn't think he would be this offended. Here we are.
You told the god no, Rian. How much more stubborn can you be?
Well, I think that's very close-minded of him.
You'll be okay.
And he kind of nods.
What?
And, well, he
You're
says,
thinking very hard.
I'm just wondering if you'll be okay. After everything that happened in that realm, I mean, I know that we have to take lives more often than what we wish, but Thalorian, he I mean, obviously revered you as if you were Melora. And I know that's not sitting well with you.
You know, divinity is a very tricky thing. Worship, it's... You know, I've seen a lot as we've kind of gone on these travels, how hate can blind somebody, but I think this was the first time I've seen somebody whose love blinded them. And it made me very sad. It made me sad because he thought he was alone and no one was listening. And gods are so tricky. This idea of just having blind faith for some people is easy. It's okay to never hear a response. It's okay to never feel the wind brush your cheek in a certain way. They just know. They can just feel that love without a sign. But others, they need a constant reminder. And when that reminder doesn't come, I guess it just doesn't... It's not enough. I could never be a god. That's too much responsibility.
Well, for what it's worth, I wish there were more gods like you. Kindness and compassion.
Yeah, but what happens when you can't answer every prayer, Rian?
I don't know. I feel like, in a very reductive way, being a god is the same thing as what we do. We do what we can. We help who we can. Not everybody can have our help. But as long as we're doing as much as we can, that's good enough, regardless of what anyone else thinks.
She like narrows her eyes at him.
What? I've picked up a thing or two. Around you for as many years as I have, I'd hope I would.
She'll hand him the rest of like salve that she made.
Mm-hmm.
Just put this on every day.
Every
Maybe
day?
a few times.
And he kind of like rotates his shoulder and says, "At least it dissolves quick. I'd hate if I was just slimy under the armor all day."
She makes a face at the word slimy.
Well, it's... All right. Thank you. Thank you for caring.
Thank you for checking in. I'll be okay.
He'll kind of go to stand, and he'll kiss Yrsa on the top of the head and then walk away as he kind of like takes some of the paste and... You know, I am stabbed almost every single day, so you'd think this wouldn't hurt as much.
That's like sunburn. That shit stings.
Yeah, Rian would walk off into the sunset applying aloe vera.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. The night continues on. And during one of the watches, Gideon, you notice that as just a slight detail, Dio is definitely like just kind of looking away and being friendly, but he's not speaking. Dio actually has not spoken very much at all this so far this entire day. It is odd, but none of you make a thing about it as you continue on and the night continues on. You wake up the next morning. You travel through a slightly bigger village of Nanir. Same architecture, but you can tell that this is built upon a hill where all of these houses kind of go upwards to. In the center is a large pink almost like bonsai tree with these pink petals. Oh, I can't share the image. Well, yeah, I'll just share it in the Evrand chat then. Screw you. Small village like this. This is again about another day away from Ashran. Is there anything you want to do here, or did you want to just continue on and use your half day, the rest of your day, to travel towards Ashran and make that journey and sleep back up on the road again?
On the road again.
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you say Dio's been really quiet?
Yeah.
Like noticeably to everybody, or was it just specific people?
No, to everybody.
Okay. Well, Enid will. Yeah.
Yeah, on this next night, as you guys settle down, about a half a day's travel from Ashran, you can find Dio. Kind of.
Yeah, what's he
you
doing?
see him. He is actually. He has a book open, and you see it is. As you kind of like walk up on him, you are stealthy enough that he cannot hear you coming. And you see it's almost like a ship's log. It shows almost like a trade log, and it's very old. It seems like it's been through rain and weather. The ink in it is stained and kind of blends together, and some of the papers are ripped, but you can see he kind of closes it and just holds his hand on it.
Okay, probably way too close, and he was realizing, like, over his shoulder, Enid would go, "Can you even read that anymore?"
Ah! He drops the book and picks it up.
Surprised?
Yes, you are very, very, very sneaky.
I know, it's what I do. And then she'll sit down next to him.
You should teach me that. I'm very sneaky, but you are.
Oh, you're being humble now.
I've been humbled many times within the past couple of months. And he
You've also
puts it into his bag.
You've also been a lot more quiet than I've probably ever seen you.
Right. Well, that is something I'm working on. My mouth has gotten me into quite a bit of trouble over the past couple of years, and I know that to some of you I have messed up quite a bit. I'm trying to reflect rather than speaking all the time. Observing.
And what have you observed so far?
Well, I have observed that he looks towards Rian and Yersa. Those two are a thing. I've also observed that you and, well, I was there. But
I was like, you just now found that out.
I've also observed how Gak holds himself. He's much more confident, much more aware, and seems to be in control of a lot of things.
I agree.
It's hard to see with Gideon, as he keeps things close to the chest.
Well, you may not see it, but maybe not with you, but with us, he's not holding things quite as close anymore. So we've all changed a little bit, you know.
I can tell. I'm a guest. And I am, and have not been on as many adventures as all of you, so I'm following something new to me.
Well, you may think that, but Gak really looks up to you. And I know he's very confident in a lot of his skills now, but I guess he doesn't feel as confident in what we're about to do. But he's a great leader. And I'd love to see him take charge if you're willing to guide him.
He did tell me that he was asked to take charge. Figured the hat would help.
I mean, it looks correct. Fits him just perfectly.
I think he's always had that in him, the ability to lead. He's a good teacher, I know that. He's a good learner as well. Two very good qualities of a
He's
leader.
very creative as well.
That I also know. I am flattered that he still looks up to me. It seems that when I look over to him, he is a mountain, and I am a pebble. And I can only hope to be as tall as him.
I wouldn't sell yourself so short. I know we haven't had the most friendly relationship, but I think you might be seeing yourself in a little bit of a skewed light. And it seems like you are working towards something, a passion of yours, as she like taps on the ship log. Is there something we're about to find? Or go near that you really want?
No. This old thing was the ship log of, well, the first ship that I worked on. It is no longer around, and neither is more than half of its crew. I keep it as a sentiment, as a reminder to be more aware and to be more engaged.
Is he feeling a sense of guilt for why the ship and the crew aren't around anymore?
No inside check needed. Yes. You can tell from what he's told you and the way he was he placed his hand on the ship log. It's definitely like he reminds himself every day of it, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, she'll like slump down, resting her shoulders on her knees, crisscross applesauce style, and say, "You remember what you heard about me before I met this group, right?"
You'll have to remind me. I have, over the past couple months, delved into many cups of ale.
Sure, it's untrustworthy, flighty, money-centered,
all good things.
Happy. Well, they weren't things I was proud of. And it doesn't... One thing I've learned that a lot of this group has really helped me see in myself is that that past doesn't have to be my identity. And I know I probably didn't help with some of the berating of you. But whatever perception you have of yourself, know that you're in control of who you are today. Nothing of the past.
Those are very, very wise words.
They are Yrsa's.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to come up with that.
I don't know how she comes up with half of the things she says.
Me either. It's just like I start writing them down, but then I misspell the words. I have Gideon fix them, so...
I have been working towards a future. And yes, it is not ideal to dwell on the past, but it is things in our past who have made us who we are.
It's
I try not to forget. Exactly. If it wasn't for what I did in my past, even though some of them are regrettable, I would not have run into Gak. I would not have sailed across the ocean on a dinghy from Siri to Aeldin.
And you know, if you weren't there, who knows if we would have met Gak. I would have met Gak. Someone that essentially we just see each other as siblings now. So I can't count all the good things you've done. But that is one really good thing, Dio.
I don't believe in the gods much, but I do believe in destiny. And I do believe it has brought us all here together. And I'm grateful for it. All throughout the fuck-ups that I have done. But I am grateful for this conversation, sitting in this beautiful landscape, surrounded by all of you.
Me too. I hope I'll come back here someday, more long term. And
It's
she'll
beautiful.
stand up and pat Dio on the shoulder and say, "We'll help you with this future too. You're not alone."
Thank you, Enid. It means a lot.
Absolutely. And then she'll head back to everybody else, or wherever everyone else is.
Enid, you notice as you do walk away, he pats the bag where the log is. You were saying something, Nick?
Oh, and if Dio looks over at the group, Gak is just kind of looking at him, and he's going,
Oh!
giving 2 thumbs up.
Dio looks over at you and big smile and a very genuine, not comedic smile and thumbs up.
Love it.
Okay. So, is there anything else anybody wants to do on this night before they wake up the next morning and continue their adventures? Going once, going twice. Sold. All of you wake up the next morning. The sun rising high above. You feel the wind blowing through your hair, through your garments. You see in front of you the city of Ashran. As you continue forward, you eventually make it to the city. A city following the very similar structures you have seen. Everything seems very uniform on this side of northern Syria. It almost seems as though, for you, Rian, from what you've read and what you've seen of the architecture of, I almost said Ferrum Azula, Ventus Ferrum, it leans heavily towards the culture and towards the architecture and even the customs as you walk around this very large port city. The buildings, most of which are maybe a little less than 10 feet apart. Most of them are 2 to 3 stories. It's very much compact in this town, in this city. As you walk through, and I wonder if I can get some... Let's see. As you make it to Ashran. You can see vendors and food stalls and restaurants even outside as you kind of walk through, heading towards this the ocean in the distance. You continue forward and make it eventually to the market. God, it's the same fucking sound every time I use it, and then someone slurps on some coffee.
It's amazing.
Every time. Where's it at? Do I not have one? Oh, whatever. Hold on. I have something. Give me a second. What's this? Okay. Do I have a tavern? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I need to set the mood.
It's
You're
okay.
good.
We have to game plan a little bit here. So.
Felicity just asked a very funny question. And no got in chat.
Okay. You make it to the marketplace, and as you kind of break out from all of the buildings behind you, you see the vast ocean in front of you. And in front of you, you see the docks and many, many ships in front of you. And before you step any further onto the docks, Dio, for the first time in this whole trip, kind of steps in front and goes, I do not mean to speak out of turn, but I would like to just warn everyone that we look like tourists and we look like we are looking for a ship. We will have people coming to us and trying to offer their charters. We need a one, but we need to get the best deal. Now, I'm okay at making these kind of deals, but as all of you know, I'm also not okay at making these kind of deals. So I would like one of you, if you could, to just know that as soon as we step foot on those stones right there, we may have many people offering us a boat.
Enid's going to kind of like lean in and say, what if we get a boat for free?
You see, he wasn't kind of looking at you. You see the ear perk up, like kind of twitch, as he leans down and says, are you saying exactly what I think you're saying?
I think we're on the same wavelength here, yeah.
Are you saying this in front of everybody?
She's speaking
right?
quietly, but she didn't say steal. She said get a boat for free.
Okay.
And Dio is whispering, and I will say that everyone can see the whisper happening. They can't hear it.
For sure,
but
for
it's
sure.
not like they just went off into like a private like oh let's talk. Dio just says, I could see if I could get one if we split up and maybe come back later.
Okay.
I think you should look at the deals, but if you want to save some coin, I could probably figure out something.
What are we all talking about?
Oh, we're just game planning. I think that
Dio
Enid is
had
going
a
to.
great plan.
Yes, and it was for Enid to kind of spearhead the negotiations going forward. And I am going to go look and see if there is a dock master around here and see what their normal prices are.
Oh, okay. Your blinks very happily.
I also really was wondering if someone could stop by and get some potions. I think I'm all out. So
Does
that
anyone
would
have
be
a-
really handy.
Does anyone have a
Thought we
passive
just got
insight?
potions.
Does anyone have a passive insight
Love
of
that.
16 or higher?
Me.
I think a lot of people
Insight?
do.
Oh, mine's 15.
Oh, I mean,
Dang it.
Enid does, but I feel like
Basil does.
Okay, Gideon Basil,
Yes.
you can't tell that Enid is lying, but you can tell that Dio was lying just now.
we
Gideon's
do
eyes
have
just
potions.
narrow.
I forgot. We do.
You guys
We
went
just
shopping not
went
too
shopping.
long ago.
We do. I'm sorry. I have long and short-term memory loss, so
Same.
Well, do you want me to go get some more?
looks to Rian.
You know, I think that's a good idea. We're fine on potions. I think we could probably get a few, but I think what we really need is, I think Dio was right. I think we look a little bit too much like tourists right now. I think, Yursa, how about you and I go and get some items, some clothing items that could maybe help us blend in a little more here and then also in the Ashparan Archipelago.
That is a good idea, Rian.
Okay. Do you need my money? I assume a boat is going to be rather expensive.
Well,
And
we'll
I
have
have
the-
so much gold that I don't spend on anything.
We'll have the party fund cover it. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. We have plenty of money to go around, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Ursa looks at everybody and nods. Okay.
Just let me know how much it
Close.
is, and I'll deduct it from the ledger.
It sounds like a good plan all around.
Okay.
Those with a passive perception of higher than 20, you can see that the ships in this dock. There are some that are unflagged and some that are unmarked and that are look almost brand new. No paint on them, just pure wood. However, there is a vast majority that have 3 distinct flags. And each you see at least 2 or 3 ships with those flags. You see one flag that is a silver flag with a serpent on it. You see another flag that is this blue, and then in the center looks like a horizon and a sun appearing over top of it. And then you see another one that is this almost steel color that has like a hammer in the center and like these black outlines. And with this like the black outlines of a wave behind the hammer, you see that it is the vast majority. You can make out that these are definitely charter guilds.
Well, I guess you're just gonna go buy clothes for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yes. go ahead.
I wanted to ask, so is Dio saying that we should split up and he steals a boat? Or Ina steals a boat? Or are they doing it together? Are we
Do you
including
want to
other
ask him?
people? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, once they're gone, and I mean, let's bring in Gideon, Gak, and Basil too. Unless you guys don't want to be a part of this, then you can go shopping. But
I think that's up to you. I think it's up to you whether or not you bring them in before they kind of leave. But Yursa and Rian, you both leave to go get clothes, right? Get pirate attire.
I mean, who wants to be a part of the heist? I just don't want to exclude people. Okay, I figured Gak did. Gideon, Basil.
Not really Gideon's scene.
Yeah,
You wanna go
Basil would.
Basil
Basil,
would? Okay. Cool.
I'm shopping,
Then-
Gideon.
Yeah.
Where all the good kids go.
Yeah, Gideon,
I
come
mean-
on. We could use another person to carry textiles.
I mean, Gideon does
Yay.
like his fashion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What are you
And
thinking? You
carrying
thinking
is
a
his
feather in the
specialty.
hat, or are you thinking an eye patch?
Oh, I'm
What do you-
way ahead of you, bud. I'm working on it now.
As they
Great.
start walking into the marketplace, you hear Dio to Gak, Enid, and Basil go, "They're going to get eaten alive in there."
At least they'll be distracted.
By what?
No, sorry, Gak, not actually eaten alive. There are so many merchants here. It's going to take some time, which is, and reminds me, Enid, how are we doing this?
Okay, so she's gonna kind of scoot into everybody, and she's like, I think what would be a good move is if I sneak on and steal us some clothes on some boat here so that we can all blend in. And then we come in, I steal maybe like information log, and we come in and we're like, this is property of XYZ important person. We need to sail it to this location. So please remove thyself. And then we go.
Okay.
But that's my rough plan. Oh, we're stealing a boat, Gak.
Just like old times,
Pirate stuff.
but way
I mean,
bigger.
free people stuff.
So, and we're gonna steal it from someone who doesn't need it, right?
Oh,
Absolutely.
of course.
Because that's what
Actually,
we did last time. We
he-
stole it from someone who didn't need it.
He kind of moves your head towards one of the ships. You see that one right there? The one that has no paint, no flags.
Hmm?
That is a brand new ship, which means the government paid for it, but it belongs to no one until they buy it. So really, we're stealing from the rich.
Oh, I love that.
I've
We
heard
hate the
that's good.
government.
So do we want to just sneak on and start to sail away? Or how are we
Oh,
Yes.
what if I pretended like I built the boat?
That is a plan that we should probably table for later, Gak.
Okay.
I think
If anyone
that
questions it, I'll be like, I did this.
Wait, great idea. We get on, or somebody's an inspector.
okay.
The boat's
Continue.
not up to code, so we need to take it in and get it up to code.
The brand new boat is not up to code.
Yep.
I mean, I could take an axe to it.
All right.
I guess
that is
then we
also
wouldn't
a
be
plan.
able to use it. We would not be able to use
Dio's ears start to slightly go down as he's getting. He goes, or normally boats like that have a ledger that says that an owner, right? That's
Oh,
usually around here.
Yeah, we've found one of those before. Enid would
Yes.
have one.
Right. So if we can find that, we can. Does anyone here know how to? I guess you could just sign your name if it's empty. We could find that, sign our names on it, that we are the owners, and we could probably pay off the dock master to just turn the eye.
And then if our name's on that, then we do own it.
Exactly. So if we get stopped, we
Yeah,
own
we
it.
own it. Yeah, it's on its thing.
And I think
Why don't more
that-
people do this?
Well, they normally get caught, Gak. I think that normally those kind of papers are, well, in the stockades with the
So we
guards.
need to go to the stockades.
They should be around here somewhere. There's a lot of jails for those prisoners coming over, and well, it should be close. And I think that we could probably find it if. And you notice he stops talking, and oh shit! And he kind of ducks into an alleyway. And you see his eyes were kind of darting past all of you as he kind of goes into an alleyway and kind of just stands up against the wall.
Who is he looking at?
You look past and you see an individual who is walking down from one of the ships. The ship has the silver flag with the serpent on it, and you can see a female tabaxi who is walking down with jet white fur and black tiger stripes with long, long white hair and very pointy ears, and this very Eastern winds kind of jacket that is gray and gold. You see this individual. She just kind of walks past, and you see that she turns around to the crew that is walking behind her and gives a couple orders, and they start doing their job, and she kind of walks off to a tavern nearby. Is she gone?
Yeah. You know her?
Okay. And he kind of comes out. Yes.
How well?
I would say I know of her. We've had run-ins in the past.
And
Big Gak squint.
Why are you squinting at me, Gak?
Because normally when I squint at you for long enough, you continue talking about the thing you don't want to talk about.
Right. Well, I'm working on that.
He is, yeah. I mean, why don't we
But
just steal her
she
boat?
is.
As Gak continues to squint.
We were a thing, and we are no longer a thing, and I would like to keep my distance.
So no stealing her boat.
He looks at the ship, and it is a galleon.
Exactly, bigger boat.
And he goes, No stealing her ship.
All right, so we're gonna head to the stockade and look for that ledger, right?
Am I coming with, or do you want me to do something else? I could probably find the dockmaster. I could come with you. I just don't think I should talk to the guards. I could try
Well,
to sneak in.
Dio and I could find the dock master, and Enid and Basil could do some schnicking.
Yeah. Basil's way better at talking to people than I am, so.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm good at lying, though, so.
Then we have our plan. Gak, let's go find the dockmaster.
Okie dokie.
So, you split off into two groups. Gideon, Yursa, and Rian, you were stopped multiple times. Almost against your will as people step in front of you and kind of try to sell you goods.
I want it to be known Yursa will humor every single one of them.
Yeah, one individual is like, your complexion would look so good with this necklace. And he holds up with this like emerald jade necklace with like a little snake on the end. 5 gold pieces.
Oh, well, here, you can have 10. Thank you so much.
Your son.
That is wonderful. Thank you. And he gives you the necklace and takes the gold piece. And as you do that, Yursa, 3 more merchants out of nowhere just look at this ring, look at this garment, and they just start showing you and start surrounding you guys.
Oh, did you guys want some too? Here, I have plenty.
Yursa,
And Yursa's gonna
no.
start handing Gideon and Rian gold. You guys can all buy something.
So you guys get stuck there for a good 15 minutes as merchants are surrounding you.
It literally reads, Yursa, please, Yursa, stop. And she's just like, here you go. Money, money, money.
10 gold, 20 gold for this ring. And are you just giving it out?
Yeah, how much gold do you want me to deduct, John?
Deduct 100 gold.
All right, sounds good.
I would say this is almost turning into the equivalent of someone who is rich going into a crowd and just throwing money onto the ground and people just scattering towards it. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, and the guards do start to show up. And you just hear from the crowd, everyone, move, move, everyone! And it's just kind of break up this crowd. One of the guards gets through and looks to the 3 of you and just says, what is happening here? What are you doing?
Buying things.
Get off! And he pushes one of the...
Oh my god. I was making purchases, and Yursa just holds up all this jewelry. Would you like one?
2 guards come back, they kind of flank around and start pushing the mob off. Like, back up, all of you! And they're just kind of pushing them back. The main guard kind of looks at the 3 of you and says, no, I do not. Follow me, please. And they kind of make, like you're being escorted by the police. You're being escorted out from this mob as you eventually get to a kind of clearing. They look back to you and go, are you trying to start a riot in our city?
No.
Oh. No, I'm so sorry. I thought I will no longer do that. I'm very, very sorry.
I apologize. It was a lot. Just be mindful of your money. Be mindful of the market. There are many of them. We cannot have that happening again. Just be selective with your purchases.
Yursa just nods.
The guards look towards Gideon and Rian, who obviously are just standing there like, we told her. The guards look at the 2 of you and go, make sure it doesn't happen again.
Listen, if I could control her...
Yursa looks at Rian.
But I don't want to either. It'd be a crazy thing to say.
Nice save.
One of the guards looks at you, Rian. Nice armor.
Thanks, it burns a little bit. Giving me a pretty gnarly rash right now.
The guard's like, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, it does. She makes a wonderful salve, though. It really helps.
Really?
Yeah. Here, do you want some?
So for the first 25 minutes of your venture into the market, you
Just
find
2
no
bros
clothing.
rubbing aloe vera on each other, huh?
Hey, man.
Out in the marketplace.
You want some Vera, bro?
Rian's trying to make friends with this guard in case he needs to be like, hey, man, my friends tried to steal a ship. I didn't know they were going to do that, you know? Remember the aloe vera I gave you? Come on.
You want some Vera, bro?
So, the rest of my aloe vera for their freedom. Easy deal.
Yeah. Okay. So, as 30 minutes have gone by, you are still trying to find clothing. Yrsa, you can mark off miscellaneous jewelry in your inventory.
Lovely.
It is definitely like almost surfer bro jewelry.
Puka shell.
Question.
Yeah.
Just to be even
Puka
more
shells, the little wooden like
Mother
knob
Teresa
thing.
vibes today. Are there people just living in the streets? Are there poor people? That sounds bad. Are there people
in the marketplace?
Are there homeless people?
In the marketplace, it
people
doesn't
here?
seem that way. However, you do get an occasional like street performer, and you do see an occasional person with a sign that says, "I have a family. Please, anything you can give me."
I have a daughter. We live under the bridge.
My daughter,
Sorry.
my granddaughter,
Stupid
she
joke.
also lives under the bridge.
Yrsa
God
would.
bless you.
Yeah, occasionally. That's how. This is an inside joke from Key and Peele. I promise we're not making fun of homeless people. That sounds bad. Anyway, Yrsa would like to give back some of the jewelry that she bought, and she'll give it to some of the people. Yeah, she'll keep some because she likes some of it.
As you give some of it away, you get the various. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Wear it with pride.
Uh-huh.
You're killing me, John. I'm sorry.
You're giving jewelry to people asking for money. That's how.
They can sell it.
And they can start their own business. We're giving them the tools to raise themselves up by their bootstraps. That's all they
Fuck
need.
out of here.
Okay?
I had a small loan of a couple necklaces.
And I truthfully did something wonderful. with it.
Never put this person and yours in the same sentence ever again. Thank you. Let's move on.
Frankly, honestly, I am
I do it better than anybody.
champion of the Wild Mother. No one's ever done it better than me.
that is okay. So
Anyway, so we go through we're looking for clothes.
yeah, you're looking for clothes. 35 minutes has gone by.
Honestly, the most thing that is most aligned to that person is Rian, because he's like, I'm not his champion, but he gave me the armor because I'm
Shut
just
up,
so
Joe.
good.
What a thing to confess.
Yeah. Anyway, we're walking through town to get
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah. And as you do, you realize you've walked a little bit too far, have to double back into the market, but go a different way. You do find some clothing stores and start to shop around for free folk clothing or just regular sailor's attire. We will jump back to Enid and Basil. Enid and Basil, as you are looking for the stockades, you ask some random NPCs. And look, we're playing D&D, guys. This isn't. We can say random NPCs around here.
So while asking these random NPCs, there is something I would like Enid to do while Basil is talking with them and being cordial. If any of them have, or if we pass luggage or something, if Enid could swiftly yank out 2 robes from somewhere, just something so they can put it over themselves. Just a quick little very fast while they're already talking to somebody.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is kind of not what I wanted, but
It's intense.
Yeah,
Intense
it's,
heist music.
yeah, let's go back to this. Yeah, you're able to kind of sneak some robes off and kind of put them over. You do eventually find the stockades. You notice there are a couple guards around. There are many guards in this area. They are still the same that you remember from Udhas, the Jade Fist. You see them walking around. And what is your plan of attack? You see a couple guards out front. You do notice that the building is 2 stories. There are windows. There are balconies.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and... I think Enid would remember a little bit how to wear, like, Siren clothes. I know it's a little different in the region, but she will fix it for her and Basil. And then she'll say, do you have, or did you bring with you any sort of, like, notebook or anything we can use to, like, basically take notes, I guess, or notate something?
I
don't know if you carry that around.
I
just pretend.
You'd think all of the things I do carry around, a notebook would be one of them. I have more bones than paper on me at the moment.
Maybe if we just walk in with confidence, they won't ask to see any papers. So my plan is we are part of the Siren Notary, and we are going in to basically audit them and make sure that everything is up to code. I just thought having paper might help sell it a little bit, but you know, we have bags, so they can assume that we have shit in our bags.
Right. Yes, I can do this.
Okay. And Enid will also do the psionic mind link thing. I know I have it. Can I find it? No. So I'll use that. Yeah. So we can also talk telepathically to each other in case things go awry. But I think Enid will just like get her bag and kind of like walk a little bit more like she's like a scribe or some shit and start to like confidently walk into the building like she belongs there.
Basil will follow and try to be as confident looking as Enid is.
I do have to ask this question. Is Basil's also wearing like a robe and everything, right?
Yeah, whatever Enid put on her is what she's wearing.
Okay. Is Basil going to continue to wear the diadem?
Because what does it look like again? It's
a black crown with raven feathers around it. With purple jewels inside of it.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
Has their own style.
Maybe you should put it in your bag. So no one steals it.
That's fair. We are around shady people.
There's a lot of things going on. So
okay, good idea.
I think as Basil starts to walk forward, Enid like looks back at her just to smile and is like, put this in your bag.
Okay. So, you continue to walk, and you're just gonna walk in. You're gonna try
very confidently, unless Enid knows that there's like a sign-in thing. Like if it looks like there's supposed to be a place we check in at, then we'll go.
As you continue, you start walking in. I would like you to make a performance check.
What about a deception check?
You're not deceiving yet.
Now.
You're trying to walk in with the air of someone important that should be auditing this building.
This is a good start. Did mine not go through? Mine's also a 7. It didn't go through.
Cool. So as you start walking, these spears clink together into an X formation, and you see the guard look to you and said, "Excuse me, what exactly are you doing?"
In Enid's most thick Siren accent, which I cannot imitate, so unless you want a performance check from Felicity, she will say, "Excuse you? We are from the Siren Notary. And I know that it is not common practice to give you a forewarning before we come, because we want to make sure that you're always prepared, not just prepared when we arrive. We are here to audit. Now, remove them."
They look to each other, make a deception check.
There we go, deception.
Guidance.
Thank you. Oh, I needed it. Well, 22 is not bad.
Well, hold on. Going back to what I said last week, are you casting guidance on Enid?
Oh,
It's a. I know
Yeah.
that we use it all the time, but in these kind of scenarios, it is a very visible, cast a spell on someone kind of thing.
I probably don't need it.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it could just be like a.
No, I believe it has
No.
like verbal and somatic components.
Yeah, I think you have to touch them too.
Yeah, and it
Well,
like
I mean, that wouldn't be a big deal. Like, they could just be standing really close.
It's okay. I don't. It's all good. I got the 22.
it is
so-
verbal and somatic.
So it's okay.
Okay, 22. They look to each other and look back to you, and the one guard looks to the other one and says, "Really?" And he kind of looks to you and says, "This early? We were audited about a month ago. I thought it was every 2."
Did you not hear me? We want you to always be prepared, not just when you expect us to be here.
Shit. Roderick is not going to like this. Go ahead.
Thank you.
The
Oh my
spears.
gosh. You think they would have had better manners by now? And should head in with Basil.
As you kind of scurry in, it worked. You
She's
get
gonna
inside.
squeeze Basil's hand out of excitement.
Basil's like kind of the assistant to the auditor. She's like kind of taking on that role now. Like, I will not talk unless it is directed at
Unless
me.
spoken to.
Yeah.
As you start walking, you do hear footsteps from behind you. Sorry, I just wanted to, before you start auditing, I just wanted to let you know that we did recently clean the cells. One of the prisoners made a mess, and we haven't had time to clean it. But I just wanted to let you know that we are on top of that.
No time.
There has been a lot of
I
imports,
would like
and
I would like a copy of your past month's schedule. I would like to see what it's so full of. If you're that busy.
you see, he has a full helmet on, but you can see like the eyes and like the mouth slightly from like this little slit, and you just see like, fuck. As he's,
I want you all to
of
know
course,
this
of
is
course.
me using my job lingo and trying to put it. This is just what happens in our audits. So
Yeah, he just goes, of course, right this way. I can show you.
No. Bring it to me. We will begin our audit right now.
Yes, ma'am. And he walks past, and you see him walk up the stairs to where you think the central office is.
All right. Enid will do one of those like nose things where she starts to look around. Are we? And then I assume she's gonna whisper to Basil and be like, "Do you see anything that looks like what we need? We can just kind of start perusing since we're auditing, you know."
Yeah, I mean, Basil would make some, I don't know, perception or insight, investigation, whatever checks, all the checks.
Yeah, go
one.
ahead and make an it's up to you, investigation or perception.
Can I make one too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Think-
scream.
That's not bad.
But why
I
have
get
a
in-
plus 11 when you can't be cool with it?
Oh, damn. Should I do my +7 perception or my investigation, which is advantage but +0? I'll do my perception. Oh, that was good. 25.
Basil, you do notice what he was talking about. There is a cell that is dirtier than the other ones. It's hard to tell what exactly is dirty about it. There's not a great smell coming from that side. Enid, you do notice that this first floor is nothing but prison cells. It breaks off into different hallways that have different sections for cells. But you notice that where that guard headed was probably their central office and where they keep their paperwork. So you'll probably have to head upstairs.
Okay, sounds good. For the bit, we have to fucking pretend like we really care about this cell. And, I don't know, they probably, if there is paper around, we should grab some and start notating.
Okay, as you're notating, you do notice the other guard that was outside kind of look into the door, and then you just see him at the corner of your eye, just fuck.
Oh, they're so stressed for nothing. It's gonna be fine. We're only robbing you. It's fine.
After some time, the other guard comes down, and you see that he has a book in his hand and says, "Here is the schedule. Again, we'll get to cleaning that up immediately."
Yes, begin as soon as possible. And she'll start to like finger through it, and she's like, "I'll peruse this while I'm upstairs. Thank you."
Yes. Do you need our help or assistance with anything?
We will inform you if we do, but so far things have been very obvious where work is needed.
This isn't our first audit.
I would like you to make a deception
Oh
check.
God, I just did it.
Not you. Not you.
Oh.
Not you. It's Enid with advantage.
Thank you.
I was like,
That also was really funny.
The fuck up.
No, it's all good.
I love that. I love that Basil just like, this isn't our
Isn't our
first audit.
It was so funny because it's like absolutely is
Okay.
27.
The facade continues. They think that you are from the audit bureau or whatever they would call
I
it.
said Siren Notary.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You would have said whatever that word is what came out of Enid's mouth. You know?
Yeah, I agree. She grew up here for like 5
exactly,
years, so.
exactly. So you make your way upstairs, and you do notice that it is a couple rooms. There's a room for looks like a kind of mess hall for them to eat in. Another one is a bathroom. Another one is a kind of like a bunk bed situation. There's a couple of beds in there where they can sleep. And then as you're kind of looking through, you see the office up ahead. The door is open. Another notation down where the office should be closed, but it is open in this instance. And you
guys
walk
are
in.
not on top of it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think she will, doing that, kind of like still in the performance level, make a note to like shut the door with some noise as she kind of like peers out, you know, as they enter. And then since the door is shut, are they alone in this room now?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, she'll just talk to Basil. It's like, okay, let's really get to it now, and start looking for that ledger.
Investigation checks, both of you.
This might be where I start to. Well, I got advantage.
Oh, bless.
It didn't do very good. Oh, you did great though. Perfect.
Okay.
Daddy 20.
You continue. You look around the paperwork. You do realize that as you're doing that, this is not really part of an audit process. Like you're looking into documentation and places that probably are a little bit more personal and information based. But as you continue the audit, you continue looking, and you see schedules for shipments and all of the normal things you would expect from a stockade and at a dock. And then you see a notoriety of new ships, and you see paperwork for oh my god, what is it called? Registration paperwork for these new ships. You see ships with names and description, but you see that there are a couple of these that are blank that have a stamp from the Citron government as like almost like a to be filled out on file kind of thing. You see two of them, the Wave Dancer and the Sea Lion.
Ooh. Are they like the same kind of boat? Do we know?
Yes, both look to be brigantines, which is like a middle-class ship. It could hold about 100 crew. You'd need at least 6 to run it. It has no cannons. None of these ships have cannons.
That's okay. We are the cannons, so.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Basil, do you say anything?
See or say? Did you say?
Say, sorry, because you're the one that found them.
I mean, she'd relay any information that she would catch to Enid, but as for the most part, her performance have not been rolling very well. So
Well, we're in the private room right now, right?
Yeah, you're in the office, Basil. You are the one who found these paperworks. These two for the ship, the Sea Lion, and the ship Wave Dancer.
So then, yeah, I mean, she would bring it over to where Enid is.
Okay, let's just pick one, pocket it, and put this all away, and then finish this audit and get out of here.
You do start to hear footsteps coming up the stone stairs.
Really fast. Or you finish this up, you finish putting this away, I'll stand by the door and distract them.
Oh, okay. And Basil will do just that.
Yeah, so Enid's gonna, like, get ready to, like, kind of, if they try and open the door, her foot's already there and be, like, with a whole attitude or something.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you hear the footsteps getting closer and closer and closer. And the door is slightly open as you hear, excuse me, ma'am?
She gets up and she kind of, like, blocking view and everything as she, like, you know, like, out the door where you're, like, holding the door and you're like, yes?
Yeah, I just wanted to, relay some more information. You may find, missing logs on some things. They are there.
Missing logs?
We misplaced them.
And she's gonna, like, step out and, like, shut the door and say, please walk me through how this all went down.
And he starts to talk, and Basil, you kind of pocket. Which one are you pocketing? Wave Dancer or Sea Lion?
So we can't speak into each other's minds yet, can we?
Yeah, we can.
We can? Okay. Which one should we... I don't know which one we can take.
She's gonna say, just pick one. It's either's the same.
Okay. What were they, John? The what?
The Sea Lion and Wave Dancer.
Let's do Wave Dancer.
I thought it was cute too. I wanted you to choose.
Pocket Wave Dancer.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you hear the conversation on the other side of the door. And we unfortunately did get a little bit, had a little bit of too much ale, and we believe it was. We weren't on the job necessarily. We're gonna get it back.
All right. Okay. So, and she's gonna, like, bring them all in and, like, not in the room, but, like, you know, kind of take them to the side and say, I'm going to do you a favor because as of right now, this is not going well. But I see how much you guys want to make this right. So, I have found these things, and I will hold my tongue as long as when I return in a fortnight that they are resolved. Which ones do you feel confident that you can resolve so that I don't get in trouble and you don't get in trouble?
We could resolve all of them.
All of them?
All of it. Yes.
All right. It is not due, like I said, till a fortnight. So I'm going to give you a grace period. But when I am back, if this is all not in order, we might have to shut this place down.
Please, no. We'll get it situated. This is all I have. Please.
This poor man.
I'm gonna cry. I understand. Now, let me get my assistant. We're gonna head on out of here. We'll be back. Thank you for your time and being accommodating and very understanding.
Yes. I'll be near the front when you're done. Thank you. And he starts to walk down. And Enid, a couple minutes go by, and you do hear a conversation. Actually, both of you hear it. What's your passive perception, Basil? It's pretty high, right?
21.
What is yours, Enid?
17.
Basil hears it. You hear from downstairs, Basil.
Darian, this individual says that she's from the Audit Commission?
From the front door.
Audit? But they're upstairs. Shit.
And you hear footsteps rushing up towards you. There are windows in this office.
Oh yeah, we using the windows.
Yep.
Okay, so
Basil, what do you say to alert Enid?
In her head, she'd just be like, "They know."
They know. they know. Okay, so to one of the windows, is it locked on the anywhere? Like, does it need or can I just lift it?
It's sliding. You can slide it.
Okay. Basil, you don't have your tiara on, so you can't fly right now. What is our drop looking like? Is there anything below us, or
About
do I need to
15
drop?
feet.
Oh, fucking!
That's
Let's jump.
fine.
Yeah, we jump.
Okay. You open the window and jump. Basil and actually, I don't think you take damage. Do you, Enid? Do you take fall damage after a certain amount, or is that a monk? I'm thinking
I think
of
it's
monks.
a monk.
You take
Enid can turn incorporeal for a second to counteract.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, never mind. It's 2 points.
Just
As
Enid
you-
or Basil as well?
Basil. Enid.
Okay.
Sorry, Basil. Enid is very acrobatic and
That's
just kind of
okay.
slides down and kind of jumps off. And Basil, as you jump out, you kind of fall down and poof, kind of fall on top of Enid.
Oh, I try to catch her. I'm like, ah!
We'll make one final check. Make one final check. Make both of you dexterity checks to see how fast you can get away from the vision as you hear the guards.
Okay.
They went out the window. And,
Crazy concept.
yeah.
To help with this, I would like to cast darkness around us as we're getting away.
Okay.
And I'd like to guidance myself. It is fine.
Yeah. Okay. You cast darkness. Are you running?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a dexterity check, both of you. Guidance for the dexterity check, Basil.
Oh, I did not do well.
Okay.
All right.
You cast darkness, and you run out of the darkness. At the edge of the darkness, just the two of you run out. they look. Stop them! And they're kind of yelling to people, and
Okay. Is there alleys and stuff yet?
yeah, you start to get to some of the alleys. You start to get into the marketplace. At this point, off into the side, down an alleyway, you can see a mob surrounding some people. You don't know who it is.
We gotta run into the mob. Okay, so here's what we gotta do, because that'll stop them. Okay, so here's what we gotta
Assassin's Creed style.
As they're running, Enid's gonna look to Basil and say, okay, we gotta take off these clothes and we gotta run into that mob, but hold on to my hand. I'll bob and weave us out, okay?
Okay.
I would like you to make a stealth check with advantage, Enid.
Yeah. That. And that. 28.
Okay, so you successfully bob and weave into the mob. You can see slightly over top of all of the people, the heads of 3 of your companions.
We gotta keep moving.
Yursa, who is handing out gold, and Rian and Gideon, who are just kind of shaking their head.
I love that you guys helped with the heist.
You see the guards running up in the direction they thought you went, Enid and Basil, and you see them and you kind of turn away, and then you eventually hear them, everyone move, and they start moving into the mob and trying to move out the mob as they kind of get swept up into that scenario.
I love that. Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, we
I
keep
love
running
this.
then.
Keep running, and you have the ledger and I don't know what the fucking word is, guys.
Ship log.
Registration
Registration.
for Wave Dancer.
Love it. All right, yeah, we got to get to
The
Jack
deed.
and Dio. The deed.
The deed.
The
Indeed.
deed. Thank you. So, as that happens, we come over to and pan over to Dio and Gak. All right. So the Dockmaster, well, is normally in very bright clothing. They really like to flaunt their wealth that they are the master of the dock. It's. I love that Eldin doesn't have that problem, but they have that problem here. So just look out for anyone in bright clothing.
Okay.
Gak at this point, Yes, sir, I would like to dock my ship as he looks towards you, Gak, with gold. Oh, shit.
Okay. Where
He's
do
not.
you want to dock it?
Fuck off. He's not the dockmaster. Fuck you. And he walks. Gak, you're wearing bright clothing. Follow me.
Yeah.
As you continue on, make a perception check. Dio will make one. Dio got an 8. 17's good. So, looking around for about 5 minutes, you do notice a very bright jacket of red and blue and gold, very long trench coat. His hair is pulled back, very white and salt and pepper hair. A large, long beard. It shows an age probably around 50s to 60s. You see that he's holding a book, and he has 2 guards with him, but they don't look exactly like guards. They are not Jade Fists. They look to be mercenaries of a sort, as he is also carrying a large coin purse on him. You see this individual about 20 feet in front of you.
Dio, I think the dockman's up there.
Yes, it's him. I don't like the fact that he's surrounded by mercenaries, though. What do you think we should do?
If we try to attack him, then the mercenaries will go away, right?
No, we can't attack him. Do you see? There's Jade Fist all around here. We don't want that kind of trouble. Our goal is to try to get him to turn away, to look a different direction when we eventually pull out of port with one of those ships over there.
Okay. Should I cause, or we could just go talk to him?
I think that might be a good idea.
What if we pretend we have a boat that we're trying to dock?
Actually, what if we pretend that we want
to buy a boat?
Well, more so that we want to undock one of the ships discreetly. That happens all the time, right? There are people that do not want to be tracked down. We don't have a ship to show that we are docking. But another question is, how much gold do you have on you?
I've got... Honestly, I don't have that much gold. But I have a lot of platinum.
Oh. Well, that is better than gold. 10 times better than gold, actually. How much platinum do you have?
And Gak will, like, open up his coin purse and show Dio, and there's 1,600 platinum.
By the... Gak, what the fuck are you doing with all of this money on you?
A lot of people just keep giving us money for helping them.
I will be completely honest. If I was not your friend, I would have stolen that coin purse. Holy
That's
shit.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you some. It's fine.
No, I don't want it. Use it for the... This is going to be easy. How much do you want to give away?
How much does a boat cost?
Depends on the kind of boat. If we're talking about one of the smaller sloops, well, roughly around 15,000 gold. If we're talking about the brigantines, those kind of run a little higher, 25 to around 50,000. And galleons, well, we're talking 100 plus.
Okay. And what kind are we trying to
A brigand. Commandeer. Close enough. A brigantine, one of those over there, the new ones. I think, and I don't want to give you financial advice, but maybe you could part ways with about 4 or 5 of that platinum.
Okay. So, I've been practicing my numbers a little bit with Basil.
All right.
And if I'm thinking correctly, 4 or 5 is basically nothing compared to how much I have, right?
That is correct. You would be giving him about 50 gold pieces, which is about 3 times more than people make in their lifetime.
That's probably enough then, right?
I think so. This many.
Okay.
No, he's a cat. This many.
This many.
Yeah, okay.
And Gak will just start reaching in and pulling out.
He looks towards you.
When he pulls out 7, and he's like, yeah.
No. And he takes 2 and puts it back into your purse. That's 5.
Okay.
But put that in your pocket. You told me a couple days ago that you're spearheading this. And I think this is a good test. I want you to talk to them.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay, so what are we trying to tell him?
We're trying to tell him that we're undocking our ship.
Okay. And we're paying him money so he does it secret? Or so he doesn't tell people we're undocking?
So that he does not mark it on his book, that it is left port.
Gotcha.
And to look the other way.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to give more money. But
I
believe in you. All right.
Okay.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. You've got this.
Gak immediately straightens up as much as he can. And he takes his hat and he straightens it but keeps the flat part forward.
All right. Let's go.
And Gak starts walking, taking big steps. He's trying to look as important as he can.
As he kind of walks forward, he's going, excuse me, my friend. Myself and my captain would like to have a word with you, if you would, just give us a moment, please. And you see the human man and the mercenaries kind of stop and, oh, hello. What exactly would you like?
And Gak will kind of lean in close. Not intimidatingly, he kind of leans into the side to show that he's not trying to overpower anything. He's like,
we're trying to undock our boat, but we'd like to do it a little bit discreetly.
Make a persuasion check.
If you know what I mean.
And he kind of shakes his hand a little bit, and you can hear jing jing inside the hand. Persuasion. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. 5.
As you kind of shake the coins, Dio's just like, the gentleman looks to you and says, really? Discreetly? How much do you have there, my friend?
Did you hear that the sound in my hand?
I did. It did not sound like it was enough.
Right. How much do you think's in my hand? It sounded just just a couple of coins, right?
It did.
Yeah.
I will say that I am in the business of negotiation, but I am also in the business of trust. And the gods of this town and city trust me greatly to make sure that everything on this dock is as straight and narrow as possible. So, you can either tell me how many are in your hand, or I guess I could tell the gods of what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm gonna show you what's in the hand. I like asking questions first. I think it'd be a fun little game if you just said like, "Oh, I think you have this much."
I do not play games.
Okay, well, how about this?
And he just sets the 5 platinum down
In his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. 18.
18. Oh, I see what you are trying to say.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, yes, discreetly. Which of those ships will I be, well, not looking for?
And Gak will kind of turn to Dio, and he'll say,
Well, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of being discreet, doesn't it?
It does. My friend, we would like you to just look the other way. It does not matter which ship it is. What matters is we have the coin that should convince you.
Gak pulls out 1 more platinum and gives it to him and goes,
How about whichever one's gone in a couple minutes is the one that you don't mark off?
2 more of those, and I will turn my head away for the next 20 minutes.
Here's 2 more, and here's a 3rd for being pretty. Thank you so much.
And then Gak will start walking away.
An hour it is. You see him pocket it. He gives 1 to each of the mercenaries. Pleasure doing business with you. As you kind of start walking away, and he turns around and starts walking. All right, that went pretty well. Good job.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
It is, isn't it?
I learned that people like it when you call them pretty.
I do enjoy when people call me pretty.
You are pretty, Dio.
Thank you, Gak. You are pretty also.
Thank you.
Now, where do you think they are? As you continue walking, you see guards rushing out of the stockade and rushing down, and he goes,
They're that way.
We should go this way.
Yeah.
As they start walking, he's like,
If you ever want to try to find us, we're probably the ones causing a problem somewhere.
Well, let's go look at one of our new ships.
Okay.
And he
And I
leads
think-
you over. Go ahead.
Gak's gonna cast Sending to Enid.
He's gonna say, Hey, Enid, it's Gak. I know you're probably busy, but real quick, did you get a boat? If so, which one? I
Okay.
love you. Bye.
This is at the point where you guys have snuck your way out of the crowd and they're kind of in the alleyways.
Oh, okay. So we're like not running anymore.
Right.
Okay. Enid will respond with happy breaths and say, We have a boat. It's the Wave Runner. I think you should sign your name. Oh my god, I'm out of breath. I love you too. A wave dancer, not runner.
Can Gak, from where he is, see the wave dancer?
Yes, you can. Again, there are 2 ships in this bay, in this dock, that have no paint on them. Both have 2 masts, 2 sails. You see, the only thing on the side of each one of these is kind of, I think it's embossed is where it comes out instead of in. Embossed letters on each one of them, kind of where they've kind of carved around the wood, and one says Wave Dancer and the other one says Sea Lion.
Nice. Gak's just gonna look at Dio and be like, just give a nod, and he's just gonna walk onto the wave dancer.
As you do, nothing seems to happen.
Okay. Well, I think Gak, like he's gonna look around and make sure no one else is on there.
There are a couple people on here. However, these two ships, as you kind of walk up on there, they have for sale signs. It is like you've walked into an open house of looking at a house, but it's a boat, and you see other people. You see some kind of uppity nobles, just like, well, this is a pretty good ship. It is very good in size, and there are others, and oh, it's way out of our price range, honey. As he's kind of looking at his wife, you see that there are a couple people on here.
Nice. And are there people that look like they're the realtors? Or like the people who are selling it? No?
No.
Okay.
Dio just kind of leans over and goes, I don't think we should make them get off our ship until we actually have the paperwork. So let's just walk around and act like, oh, we're perusing.
Okay. There's a bowl of nuts over there. I'm gonna get some.
Oh, they have lemon water too.
So Gak and Dio are just enjoying an open house.
Oh, what is this session? I love it. So, as that is happening, Enid and Basil have stuck around. You kind of start making your way back. At this point, Gideon and Yrsa and Rian, you do find the clothing shop and get your clothes. You can mark off, we'll say 15 gold apiece. Not as expensive as other places you've been. And well, you're getting close for everyone else too, so I would say if you want to mark for the party fund, probably it's 15 gold per person. And you can choose whatever kind of clothes that you would have, attire. But first, Enid and Basil, you make it back.
All right, cool.
You would think, Enid and Basil, that the guards are looking for you. You know that it would take a little bit of time to figure out what is missing. So you probably have roughly around 30 or 40 minutes before it is found that one of the deeds to the ships is gone.
Okay. Enid will turn to Basil and say, do you want to send descending to probably Rian? Because I think he picked up on what's going down here to say get back as soon as possible while we go hide on the boat.
Yes. Do I have sending? I think I have sending.
If not, we can go ask Gak to do another one.
What level is sending? Oh, it's third level. Okay. Alright, I'm counting on my fingers. Rian. It's Basil. Get back as fast as you can. Enid and I are hiding on the boat. Wait, how many?
That comes through.
It's 25.
No, 25. Love you, bye.
I'm just gonna say that last mark comes through. Wait, how many?
Rian goes, what boat?
Wait, I thought, didn't we say it?
You said it to Gak, you didn't say it in yours.
Oh, that's so funny.
Wait,
Send another one, Basil.
What
Wait,
about
what did I
Rian?
miss?
You gotta tell him it's the wave dancer.
Yeah, you just said the ship.
Sorry. Okay,
You're stressed. It's okay.
She sends another one. Hey, it's Basil. The ship is the wave dancer. Love you, bye.
All right, thank you. We'll be right there. Love you. Bye.
Okay.
Right after that, Rianne gets a sending that's like, "Hey Rianne, it's Gak. We got a boat. It's called the Wave Dancer, so head on over. Love you. Bye."
Thanks, Gak. Love you. Bye. Be there soon. Man, I am blowing up right now. Rianne just keeps stopping every few seconds. Bing, bing, bing.
There's a bunch of Teams messages.
Right.
Scam callers.
God.
All right, our ship is the Wave Dancer.
Oh, we got one already?
Yes. They work fast. What can I say, Ed?
They probably
Yours
just
is
didn't fight
exciting.
them on the price.
Oh, well, maybe they're very reasonable. Everybody was very excited to receive gold today.
That's
So
very
maybe
true.
they were too.
Mm-hmm.
People usually are.
Basil said that she and Enid were hiding on the boat.
Okay, Rian knows what he can tell Yrsa.
Well, they're gonna head to the boat right now. And
Okay.
Yrsa has like carrying all these little jewelry. She has clothes in her hand for everybody. She's super excited to see their new boat that they have purchased. She's even skipping a little bit.
So Enid and Basil are on the boat.
Yeah, and I think when they do get on the boat, they'd hand the document to Gak so that he can sign it, and then the two of them will go be like, "We'll be downstairs." Just don't mind.
Gak signs
The
it
two
with
of
a
you
little
do.
guy.
Yeah, the two of you do notice that there are people on the boat that are not your party that are, open housing, looking at the ship.
Well, it's been purchased. Thank you. Have a great day.
The two nobles look over and, I kind of like this one.
Yeah, the one
Then-
next door is literally the same.
There's another one just
Even
like it.
better.
Let's go look. And they kind of, and the other couple just like, thank God, I can afford this one. And
Gak is going to use Mage Hand and put one piece of platinum in their coat pocket.
okay.
Aw. You know what? I just remembered. What's Gak's signature? Just his face?
It's the snowman.
It is the
snowman.
name Gak, G-A-K, but it's in the shape of a person
Right.
because that's how he remembers how to spell it.
I love that. Add
So-
a little tail on it for the S.
About 15 minutes go by. Enid, you know that it has been about 25 at this point. And Rianne, Gideon, and Yrsa show up to the Wave Dancer.
Welcome to our boat.
Oh, it's beautiful. How much did this cost?
Oh, yes, very cute. We should head out
It
immediately.
was like a lot cheaper than you'd expect.
Very, honestly, they were giving it away at this point.
We should probably leave.
But
Who knows how to start this thing?
It was definitely into the platinum, so
Oh,
Enid, it is not a thing of starting. You need to give it some time first. It
Well,
is
we
its
don't
first
have
sale.
time. We don't have time. We do.
Fine. Gak, did you want, or should I?
what?
Right. Someone raise the gangplank, please. And he looks to.
Raise
as
the
he's-
gangplank.
And as no one moves, the
I don't know
board
what that
connecting
is.
us to
Oh.
the dock.
Yeah, gotcha. Enid's like panicking, so she's like,
Yeah.
board up.
Basil's like, I will do anything you
do
tell
we
me.
want to
Sergeant
have
starts
like a
yelling
nice
commands.
little picnic before we leave? We can
No, we
enjoy.
cannot.
We can have a
You
picnic
can
while we're on the
your-
boat.
It's very
Oh.
beautiful on the sea. Everyone,
Yrsa,
two
come help me
stations,
with the
unfurl
big.
the jib, hoist the
Come
main
help me
sail,
with
raise the anchor.
the sheet.
That's my
Rian, I need
station.
help with the anchor.
Pick one, Gideon.
have
We have
the
to
jib.
leave.
Basil's like running back and forth trying
The
to do
jib is the
everything.
front sail. Yrsa, the front sail.
I've never used this word before.
Actually, Yrsa, once these
Basil?
sails are down, if you could do a huge gust of wind, that would
Rian,
probably
please,
be awesome.
Please pull up the anchor.
I'm
Basil?
working on it.
Oh my
Basil's
god.
going
Ian
to
just
check.
telekinesis the anchor up.
Basil's gonna check to see if there are
Oh my
any
God.
guards.
make a
Running our
perception
way.
check.
Rian, as she's looking, Rian's gonna look around at all the chaos.
Oh my god.
We should have just chartered a ship.
The ship does
Should have
start
just
to-
gotten the nautiloid.
But this is
hard
more
to see
fun.
right now. There's many people on the market and the docks right now, but the ship starts to go a little bit, and there is still a rope connected to the dock that kind of breaks off the dock,
Could I use
and they're
my
just
psychic blade and go?
yeah,
get it off?
you cut it off. You see Dio. Oh, sorry, forgot that one. As you start to sail away, it is a pitiful display as the central sail is slightly unfurled. No, and Dio's just like, no, that line, no, that line, and he's like pointing. The anchor is just kind of thrown on top of the main deck, not even pulled up. It's pulled out, but it's just all the chain and rope is just on the deck. The front mast is completely turned the opposite way. People are staring at the dock, just like.
Gak's at the front of the boat, and he goes, "Oh, we forgot!" And Gak starts running towards the back, and as he does, he goes past like the snack cart and grabs a bottle of wine, and he runs to the back of the boat and smashes it on the back of the boat.
Perfect.
Good thinking, Gak. At this point, all of you with a higher passive perception of 18 or more, as you are about 40 feet from the dock going into the ocean, you see guards running towards the dock and just yelling in the direction of the ship.
That's a familiar sight, Dio.
It is, my friend. Look at this ship as
Better
you
than the last
continues.
one.
Much better. This is gonna be fun. You start sailing. Who the hell is it?
And now that we're on the water, we're smooth sailing. Nothing could happen to us now.
Unless there's a storm.
Wait, Gak, Dio.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the two of you left from Al Shaham, wasn't there something that came after the two of you?
Yeah, there was like a, what's it called? Are they called harpies? Banshees?
Yes, we had
What were they
we had
called?
problems with the harpies. There were harpies. There were some sirens on some nights.
Oh, a giant turtle?
You see his jaw fall down.
Yeah, there was one of those.
I forgot about it. No, we should be absolutely fine. We're on the eastern side shores and north, so
What's wrong with a big turtle?
I remember talking to it. I don't remember.
Yeah, we can say hello.
Yeah, I think it was fine.
no, we don't want to say hello to it again, Gak. We already said hello.
Oh, it's old friends. We're just repeating the first trip.
It is not a giant turtle. It is a dragon turtle. It is the dragon turtle that Siri uses to ensure their waters are safe.
Well,
A friendly turtle.
Gideon asking the real
Danger.
questions.
We should be fine. We are not a threat. We are a single merchant vessel with no cannons at all on a new voyage to a new land. It should leave us alone.
Didn't
And we're
it
trying
stop
to
you when
save
you
the
stole
world.
a fishing boat?
Well, we didn't steal anything, so it has no reason to stop us.
Right. And no, it did not stop us when we stole that when we commandeered that fishing boat.
Because we were still going.
We were pretty far.
Yeah, and it just was
It
like
was
talking
probably
to us as we were going.
Right, and it was probably checking on us. Honestly, we were in a dinghy in the middle of the ocean. It was probably like, "Oh, what are you doing out here?
Yeah. To be frank, it kind of feels like it was almost 3 years ago when that happened, so I don't remember much about it. But
The same. Very much the same.
But I think the conversation went well.
It did. It did. That is something we should not dwell on. Rian, don't worry. We do not have to worry about dragon turtles. And if we do, we just Ursa will talk to him.
I can do that.
See?
And it
I would
might
love to talk
remember me.
to lots of fish while we're here.
Plus, I mean, come on. What's a dragon turtle to all of you?
A dragon turtle.
A friend.
I like that answer.
That is good. Look at that ocean.
How many days?
He just tries to change the subject.
How many days are we gonna be on this thing?
I'd say probably about 5.
Enid would put her arms around Rian and Gideon, who seemed the least relaxed, and be like, "This will be a great time. Don't worry about it so much."
How common is it to vomit? Because I just did it 3 separate times.
It's common.
Very common, actually. I'm so sorry.
Might
we should
do
have
it
said
again.
something.
Can you aim for the water next time?
Okay.
Oh, Basil, put on your crown and then fly, and then you won't have to deal with the waves.
I've never flown before, and I don't know if it being above the ocean is a great time to start.
Well, stay above the boat.
Is this the
Maybe
fucking
now
jack-
is it might be the wrong time to tell you I am scared of the ocean.
Oh yeah, it is the wrong time to tell us that.
Okay.
Well,
I've never been on a boat before.
Okay, wife mode activate. Enid's going over to
Aw.
take care of Basil and tend to her nausea.
Well,
It
think
will
of the
eventually
ocean.
pass.
Yes, it's like a big field of wavy grass that just waves a lot.
You'll have to get your sea legs. Also, if you don't mind, any one of you, whenever you get a chance, can someone please fix the mainsail?
Okay, which one's that one?
The one in the middle. The biggest one. We have 2. Front sail, mainsail.
And by fix,
It is, and you look up at it,
Here,
drooping.
Dio, you show me how to do it. We'll do it together this time, and then I'll know how to do it every subsequent time after that.
That is very good, very good. Gak, please, take the helm.
okay.
And he hands the helm over to you, and he walks down and shows Rian. You see that this is the first time that you have noticed and seen Dio in his element and not fuck up. He is very quick and very precise with his movements. He moves the sail, and he, as he's telling you, and he's like, normally this is a 4-person job, 2 on each side with these 2 ropes here. You'll take this one and wrap it around here, but it will take a little longer. But follow me here, and he kind of pulls you around and shows you the 2 lines on each side that need to come down and be pulled taut and wrapped around for the mainsail. And all of you see the mainsail drop and then unfurl fully, and all of you kind of feel the ship kind of jolt in that direction. See, that is correct.
You know, Dio, I have to say I'm impressed. You really know what you're talking about on ships.
Yes, I spent all of my life on them. It's the only real thing I've learned throughout my years of experience. I'm glad I could help.
Thanks.
Gak make a strength check.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, Dio kind of looks to Rian and looks to Gideon, Enid. Actually, no. He notices Enid's helping Basil. He looks to Gideon, Nirsa, and Rian and goes, follow me. I'll show you how the front sail works as well. And kind
Gak
of shows you.
Gak rolled a 6, So he kind of lets go of the wheel for a second to give Dio a thumbs up.
As you do, the whole ship goes. Everyone, you're
God.
walking forward. Everyone
Rest
goes
in
to
peace,
the right
Basil.
as the ship. It is exactly in Pirates of the Caribbean when they kind of let go of the thing, and because of the waves, the ship starts to go immediately right. And everyone just slides to the right, and Dio just catches it. Got hand on the helm.
I'm sorry.
As you catch it, and the ship just kind of.
Can
Ow.
Gak cast Mage Hand to hold on to the wheel?
Yeah, 10 pounds of force. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sail into the open ocean, into the Emerald Ocean, headed towards the Rainbow Isle. You know it is a 5-day journey, and it is midday now on your new ship, freshly, oh my gosh,
christened,
commandeered. And as the day kind of settles and you start to get your sea legs, Basil, you still are having a difficult time. Those who are not very acrobatic are also having a difficult time. Rian, it is difficult for you because you are wearing full plate armor. Your calves and quads are getting a mad workout right now as they're trying to keep you still on the ship. But you notice that next to your ship, dolphins start to in and out of the water on either side. A couple hours.
Oh,
Do
there'll
you?
be plenty of fish. Oh, yes, John. I want to hear your dolphin voice.
No,
Yrsa races to the edge of the boat and she says, "Hello, friends. How are you today?"
Why have I done this?
I don't know, John. This is the consequences of my own actions.
Give me the dolphin voice, Jonathan. Do the roar.
So it's broken up because you hear them every time they come out of the water.
Oh, like in Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
cute.
So you hear, today is going great. How are you?
I'm doing so much better now. Yrsa's crying.
Oh.
This was the best decision. I'm glad we chose this path instead.
It was nice to meet you.
Okay, John, thank you. I appreciate it. You made my day.
That was perfect, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You see the sun start to set in the distance, and it is something most of you have never seen, as ocean all around you, blue, and you see the sun starting to set. This white gloss over the ocean of almost a mirror. It is oranges and yellows and purples in the distance, melded together with blues and greens and whites. It is no longer bosun build time. Hold on. Why is there a dog here?
Sea dog.
It snuck on. That's how the plague started.
Damn.
We're at the start. We're bringing it to the archipelago.
Oops. As you continue sailing, as you continue forward on your journey, this accomplishment, this, to some of you, a newly purchased ship, others newly acquired. There is a sense of pride and a sense of adventure, something you guys have not felt in a long time. You've been running around, going from plains and places, tracking down Demogorgon. And although you are headed towards a goal that will help you in the final fight towards Demogorgon, this is different. It is an adventure with your friends. Feels fresh. And you continue forward, the waves crashing against the ship, the wave dancer. As Gak on the helm, you right your hat as you kind of have figured out a rhythm. You see Dio kind of smiling up towards you. Rian and those, and Yrsa and Gideon, you have slightly started to get the hang of using the lines and pulling the sails and putting the sails into the wind as Dio is teaching you all of this. However, before we end tonight's session, Yrsa. The oceans starts to start to fade away as your vision starts to almost go black around the edges. A pinpoint in front of you, still seeing around, but almost on the verge of blacking out. You feel this odd sensation that eventually turns into almost an instant headache, migraine. You feel a connection. This natural connection to something. And you hear in your head,
Rift Warden. I will finally meet you soon.
Make a wisdom check, Yrsa.
Okay.
Okay, you snap out of it. The ocean. You hear again. Then all of you in front of you, about 70 feet away. Gak, you see it first. Yrsa, as you come back to, you see it. Basil, you see it. Floating bits and pieces of something in the water. As you get closer, you pull up the sails to go a bit slower, and you see wood. Broken pieces of ship. Masts floating. Wooden planks floating. No bodies. You see the slight insignia on one of these symbols, or on one of the pieces of wood. The symbol of Citra, of Ciri. And as you kind of contemplate what that means and continue your journey, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Woo! God damn.
Take us on out, Joe.
God damn. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Be sure to tune in on Saturday for the Isles of Avarion, Tuesday for the Salamander Coast, and next Wednesday for the Tales of Ever. And see you next time.